Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again. It's time for Dee IceCats Hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me as tonight we're in Winston-Salem at the Fairgrounds Annex. The Twin City Thunderbirds hosting your Dee IceCats. Coming into the weekend for the IceCats, 23-24, 4-1-0, 75 points in that fourth and final playoff spot in the Continental Division. Number 5, the Twin City Thunderbirds, 20-27, 1-4-0. 69 points. As it turns out this year, there's been a change in the playoff tiebreak, and it has been confirmed that the actual tiebreak, even though on the league website it does say wins, what it actually means is regulation wins. So here is the clinching scenario, and it's pretty straightforward for your Dee IceCats here tonight. Win, and you're in regulation. There's always an asterisk, but if PD manages to win tonight's game here in Winston-Salem in regulation, what happens is they would maximize a tie with Twin City. So both teams, so even if PD wins tonight, they will have 78 points. If they win in regulation, 78 points. And the maximum number of points Twin City would be able to earn otherwise is 78 points. But because the first tiebreak is no longer head-to-head season series, which it had been for several seasons in the FPHL. Actually, this year, it is regulation wins. And so for the IceCats, that would be their 24th regulation win if they were able to do so tonight. And with only 3 games remaining, the Thunderbirds would be stuck at 20. And so, therefore, Twin City could only get to 23 regulation wins. So even though they could finish tied on points, the very first head-to-head tiebreak regulation wins would go to the Dee IceCats. And so they would clinch their playoff berth with a regulation win here tonight. So that, unto itself, is very exciting news for the IceCats and all fans, and really begins to give you a better picture of what's going to shake out here in this Continental Division. As this weekend here in Twin City, next weekend, rounding out the regular season schedule in Columbus against the River Dragons, the only team that really knows where they're going to finish in the top 4, because Columbus is pretty much cemented, as I said, into that third-place spot. Athens comes into tonight's action 116 points, Monroe 112 points. Both have played 52 of their 56 games. Yes, Monroe could conceivably catch and pass Athens. They both, by the way, have 33 regulation wins. The question is whether or not over the course of the next 4 remaining games, Monroe can erase that 4-point gap, and that is going to take some work. And quite frankly, I don't know if they'll be able to do it. They do have a series against Twin City. If they win but not in regulation, they'd have a chance to clinch tomorrow night back on home ice when we return to Florence Center. So, by the way, if you're thinking about coming down to that game tomorrow night, it is going to be an incredibly important game, and we would absolutely love to have you come down and join us. It is going to be our Star Wars night, and we're looking forward to that. It's going to be an awful lot of fun, a fantastic evening, our fan appreciation night, tons of giveaways. We're giving away a 65-inch TV to one lucky fan coming to the game, as well as plenty of prizes from our sponsors. All kinds of fun things going out. Presenting partner Southco, our thanks to them. Also, very important to note that the whole evening, the proceeds are going to the ALS of South Carolina, and it's just a wonderful organization and a story that's very near and dear to the hearts of those at Southco. So want to remind everybody, if you're buying tickets and you want to support ALS of South Carolina, that you can support them by going to Ticketmaster.com and using promo code HITMAN. That's promo code HITMAN at Ticketmaster.com to support the ALS Society of South Carolina and, you know, their work to try to do as much research. Still a couple of bumps and bruises, and there is no Houston Wilson in the lineup tonight. That is certainly disappointing for this team, but trying to get a little healthier in other areas. So a couple of guys who've been battling some things will be back in the lineup, including Xavier Abdella, who missed the second game in Blue Ridge last weekend. He's going to return to the lineup tonight, so that's a huge boost, especially defensively to this team. It's something for them to look forward to as well. And, again, as this team continues to still try to work in some guys here the rookie Ivan Kulagin will not be in the lineup here tonight, but Jake Cox will. And in fact, we're going to talk a little bit once we do get a chance to chat with head coach Gary Graham here coming up in just a little bit about the week of practice, about trying to work guys in and make sure you've got your lineup set. And you know what? Twin City is a different team right now. They made the trade sending Gus Ford to Athens, and it's a very different looking roster right now. And honestly, this is not going to be an easy out at any point for the rest of the way. Are the odds a little long for Twin City? Sure they are. But by no means is this a team that you can count out at any point, because they just have so much going for them. And again, they've gotten a lot better, a lot faster, a lot younger. And that's something that PD needs to be able to contend with here. And on home ice, also, the Thunderbirds have always been a very difficult team to beat. So that's one other thing to keep in the back of your brain as we enter this weekend series, which again is a home and home. And a reminder again, tomorrow night is the final home game of the regular season. So if you want to come out and see this team before the playoffs kick in, we will indeed be chatting with head coach Gary Graham. And then we're inching closer to puck drop here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Come on back and join us. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides professional deep cleaning services and comprehensive care for a cleaner, healthier home. Butler's Men's Shop, your one-stop shop for men. Everything from tuxedos and suits to sportswear. We have it all. Integrative Health Solutions, your partners in health.
Life happens on your floors, but when dirt, spills, and messes take over, it's time to call the experts. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides a deep cleaning technology that removes dirt and allergens, leaving your floors fresh and spotless. Breathe easier and enjoy a cleaner, healthier home with Stanley Steamer. Call or visit us online today. Stanley Steamer, your home deserves it. In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
At Integrative Health Solutions, your health is our top priority. With our multimodal, polytherapeutic approach, we offer a wide range of services tailored just for you. From chiropractic adjustments to nutritional counseling and innovative therapies like low-level laser and dry needling.
It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special, and just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment, from our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Before tonight's game, first of a weekend set here between the Twin City Thunderbirds. We're joined by head coach Gary Graham. Coach, coming in, obviously this is what you played for all season long. If you take care of business this weekend, you guys clinch a playoff berth. Talk to us a little bit about being in that situation.
Well, it's something the guys, we've had this circled on the calendar for quite some time. You know, with the way that we've been jostling us in Twin City for that fourth spot, it seems like it's been going on for 3 months now. You know, we haven't played them in a while. Their roster looks a lot different. Ours has some definite personnel groups in it. So, but they look a lot different than when the last time we've seen them with all those Athens guys that they ended up getting in. So it's going to be a different feel, different vibe to the games this weekend as to when we last seen them. But again, you know, it's discipline, taking care of the puck, all the things that matter in big games always come up.
Well, we talk about cliches way back on a coach's show in the beginning of the year, but cliches always have that nugget of truth in them, right?
It is. Put pucks to the net. You get a lucky bounce here or there. Ugly goals are great goals. All that stuff. That's kind of what we need to be. Again, our skill can come from creating those chances around the net, but we got to have more of a simpler north-south predictable game this weekend.
When you talk about the personnel changes for Carolina, is it their game that's changed, or is it just magnified what they normally do?
Well, they're just younger and faster, so their pace of play is a lot faster than what they had before. Gus Ford's a heck of a player, but when you give up Gus Ford, you get you net 5 good young prospects in return. It's pretty good. So their overall depth, first line to third line's deeper, and I think the biggest thing is their D-core is a lot deeper.
So looking at that and then where your team is, I know there's been some bumps and bruises here with this team tonight, but I mean, you guys have relied on your depth during the year. Are you comfortable with where you're at heading in this weekend?
We got what we got. Certain guys got to step up, and that's the main thing. When you got guys that are banged up and guys that are hurt out of your lineup, other guys have to seize the moment and help the team out. So, we're really looking for some certain guys to raise their game.
How do you slow that speed down for Carolina?
The biggest thing is defense starts in the offensive zone. A lot of fans might not know that. When possession changes, all of a sudden you're in the offensive zone, they get the puck, and they start transitioning. That's when you got to flip that switch into defending. And that's where that back checking, that tracking, our D playing tight through the neutral zone, all that stuff comes into play. We were not great last week in a Blue Ridge with that in our game plan. So we worked a lot on it this week in practice. Hopefully that helps us out.
I bet having some practice time finally also helped you out, getting everybody acclimated.
Yeah, it was nice. We had some ice issues on Monday there where we were supposed to practice, didn't. But again, we had 3 days of practice and plenty enough to get ready.
All right, well, let's wrap it up with keys to the game.
We already said it, discipline. You got to be disciplined. This is a team that does not take a lot of undisciplined penalties. They're not built that way. So again, we got to make sure that we monitor that and manage the highs and lows. Puck management, we got to be good on the walls. They're aggressive on the walls. They're a good, quick forechecking team. So taking care of the puck, those gray areas inside the blue line, outside the blue lines, those are important.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
Back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience. Gorget Distilling Company. Revolutionize your spirit. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer. Serving South Carolina since 1992. Kimbrell's Furniture. Affordable home furnishings. Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
At the Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
At Kimbrell's, we believe that you deserve furniture that's as unique as your family. From comfortable sofas and love seats to chairs, tables, rugs, entertainment centers, and recliners you'll never want to leave. We have everything you need to create the living room of your dreams. Check out the Kimbrell's website for inspiration or stop by and see everything for yourself.
We are live at Zapata's Grill on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Let's see what the IceCats are ordering.
I want quesadilla de carne. I want fajitas cocoon. I get burrito from Terra. Frijoles refritos.
Here comes the food. Teamer with a double liner for elbowing. Zapata's Grill, a preferred restaurant partner of the PD IceCats. Teamer, how'd you feel about the food?
Timur approved. Para PD!
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Hand here with you, and glad to have you on board with us as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by Seminar Brewing. Looking forward to tonight's contest here between the Thunderbirds and the PD IceCats. And I'll tell you what, this building is excited. They're fired up. They're ready to go. We are also excited, fired up, and ready to go. Your starting goaltenders tonight for the PD IceCats is going to be Parker Rutherford, 8-0-1, with an .896 save percentage and a 3.78 goals against average. Rutherford has a shutout to his credit. That was the first shutout ever in IceCats history. Thunderbirds tonight are going to run Boris Babik, 19-22-0-1. He's been the workhorse this year for this Thunderbirds team. I know a lot of fans, you may remember Babik in his last start in PD got tossed out of that game and was certainly upset heading down the tunnel, but they're going to need him tonight, as the Thunderbirds need every win they can get, especially here on the weekend against the IceCats. He's got a .905 save percentage and a 3.54 goals against average, also one shutout to his credit. Defensively tonight for your PD IceCats, it's going to be Dominic Della Savita and Timur Razilov up front. Dennis Zychek will center Alex Legkov and Vadim Frolov. So as the teams are lined up and we are getting ready for the national anthem here before tonight's game, about to drop the puck just a couple of minutes here. First period action brought to you by your PD area GMC dealers. We are professional grade.
Thank you. Great Brook Technologies offers a comprehensive suite of industrial automation, integration, and motor control services. Visit Great Brook Technologies at greatbrook.com. Tonight's Veteran Spotlight is sponsored by Aaron and Carrie Larson with the Sign Shop and Drop.
So they're going to go through their veteran spotlight here before we get ready to go. So if you're just joining us and you missed the Powers Properties pregame show, just want to remind everyone that the clinching scenario is as follows. If PD wins in regulation tonight, they would have the tiebreak for regulation wins in a maximized situation. So if they win in regulation tonight, get 6 points, they will finish no worse than a tie with the Twin City Thunderbirds tonight. For a moment, I thought Jimi Hendrix was doing the anthem. sure the question you're all going to ask me is, Tom, the Jimi Hendrix? And my response is A, Jimi Hendrix. So, as we are indeed getting ready to go here before tonight's game, we will have a ceremonial puck drop or 2 or 3 here, and then get ready to go. So again, the clinching scenario, win in regulation tonight for the PD IceCats, and they are in the postseason in their inaugural season, which would be quite an accomplishment. Parker Rutherford is going to be the goaltender who gets the nod here tonight as they try to give it a go and see if they can indeed end up making it happen here this evening. So fingers crossed, IceCats fans. It has been a tumultuous season series between these two teams. At times it's been physical, it's been gritty. There's been goal scoring, goaltending. There's been all kinds of moments in this one. And as we mentioned, and we talked about with Gary Graham in the pregame show, this is a different type of Thunderbirds team down the stretch here. After the Gus Ford trade, they picked up several solid players from Athens, and now this Thunderbirds team is really literally playing for their playoff lives this weekend. So the IceCats control their own destiny. All they have to do is take care of business. But meanwhile, if you're the Thunderbirds, every second of this 60-minute matters. And we are just about ready to get it underway. IceCats in the white road uniforms, chrome buckets, navy blue pants, rolling left to right on your radio dial. We're underway. Razilov controlling it over to Della Savita. PD starting with the puck. Up the right side, Legkov will dump it on in, and Craig will chase after it. Behind the Thunderbirds net, around to the far side, Butita, puck free in the slot. Thunderbirds try to move it to center, and it'll be dumped down past Della Savita. Behind the net, Razilov. After it, a centering attempt, tipped ahead, and now here's Legkov up one-on-one through center. Legkov left side on Craig. Craig swats it off his stick into the far corner. Legkov knocks it down, comes out with the puck. Tied up as he gets up towards the line, curls back. Legkov in space. Dangles across right at the blue line. Legkov still up with it. Feeds Zajic at the dot. Into the slot looking for Frolov. It's cleared to the line, not out. Held in. Bedard shot. And a glove save. Babic. First attempt of the game comes 47 seconds in. Draw will be to the right of Boris Babic. Patrick Marcinkiewicz in to take this draw. He's out there with Elijah Wilson to his right. And Welsh on the left side. Puck into the corner. Marcinkiewicz after it tried to center. Tied up behind the net. Elijah Wilson out the near side. He'll bank it around to the right point. Bedard on to the left side. Abdella with a shot wide of the net. And on the near side, it's reversed around. Thunderbirds looking up the right wing. Little wedge on out to center there from Zach White. Down it comes in the PD, and no icing here. Gardner up on it. Taken away by Abdella. He'll swing it to the far side. White trying to cut it off in the right half wall. He does. Thunderbirds looking to try to go to work in the offensive zone for the first time here. Rolling puck, a shot in on goal, and a save on a redirect by Rutherford. Puck to the far side. Welsh has to shove it back towards Abdella. He'll work it back around. And on the near side, here's Elijah Wilson scooping it to the line. Not out. Hanley keeping it in, but a long shot floats wide. White onto the right side. His mates are changing him behind him. He does a nice job tying it up on the wall, though. Kramer couldn't hang on to it, however. And Abdella, his own wedge out to center. Marcinkiewicz stays out up on the forecheck. Puts Hanley into the glass, but he gets it head on the left side. Mont trying to put it across, a bouncer in on goal. Rutherford with a poke check, puck centered. Here's a chance for Schnapp, but it's blocked in front by Bedard. Back the other way up the right wing. Here's Robinson. Robinson stretching it ahead onto the left side. Around the wall it goes. Cox took a hit, kept it in. Down for the right point. McGill Diaz on the back end. Putting it for Gullo. Around behind the net. Cox out the far side. Gullo wanted to get it to Robinson. Deflected away, and it's cleared out. Quickly back at center is Hamilton, wedging it into the right side corner. Robinson up after it here. 2.5 minutes into the first period. No score here in the Twin Cities. Thunderbirds looking to move it away. Left side, here's Farmer through center. Farmer carrying it on. He squeezed off on the glass by McGill Diaz, who got knocked down. Puck free to Zajic. PD looking to leave the zone. Left side, here's Hamilton. Cox across McGill Diaz, cutting in with Frolov. His shot tipped into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. 2:53 into the first. Want to let everybody know that once PD does clinch a playoff berth, whether it's tonight or in the future, planning right now, just mark this date in your calendar. April 10th is when we anticipate single game seats going on sale for the playoffs. Now, what does that mean if you're a season ticket holder or a new season ticket holder trying to buy your playoff package, maybe a corporate partner? You have until the 9th to let us know if you want to get your tickets for the full playoff package. I'll talk more about that in a minute. De La Savita with a shot and a glove saved by Babic. He'll hold on to that. But so, yes, please contact us by April 9th if you wish to keep your current seats, if you want to buy the playoff package. And you can always email the IceCats at tickets@pdprohockey.com. That's tickets@pdprohockey.com. Face-off coming out to the left of Babic here. Zajac looking over his left shoulder, scoots Frolov over a step. It's tied up and one back. Pastuca will swing around on it for the Thunderbirds. He'll look to move it ahead through center. His pass escapes, goes down the ice. De La Savita racing after it. No icing. Keeley beating it out. De La Savita ends up with it, though. Feeds it ahead. Here's Zajac. Legkov, left side, Frolov. Frolov, wrister, glove save, and no rebound there. Babic has been challenged a couple of times on the glove side here by the PD IceCats and has held on to every single one of them so far. But they do get another offensive zone draw here. 3:27 into the first. Face-off will be to the right of Babic. Marcin Kevics once again in for the draw. Elijah Wilson lined up top of the circle, off to his left. Pulls it right to him. Wilson, quick shot, and that one is deflected off a stick, found the glass. Boy, that play worked well, though. Marcin Kevics behind the net. Ran into traffic back there. Tried to cross around, and now trouble with the puck sent around to the far wall. Gallant turned it over. Ends up in the corner on the left side. Welsh trying to wiggle his way free. Marcin Kevics feeds it up top. Hamilton kept it in off his skate. He'll slide it low. White cutting it off down there. They'll try to feed it ahead, and now Kramer ahead on the right wing side. Hamilton will just pin Gallant off against the glass there, and now it's wrapped around. Hamilton up to the near side. Puck towards the point, and Wilson will feed it out. Marcin Kevics moving in. Has Welsh with him. Marcin Kevics delays in the slot, feeds it over. Hamilton into the backhand. Just wide, sent it right back in front. It's knocked out of the air to the corner. Hamilton on it one more time. Up top to McGill Diaz. He'll throw it around the rim. Robinson out there on the change as PD gets a fresh line. Hamilton still down low. Hooks it on goal. The save made, and it's held at the left post by Babic. 4:32 into this first period, and boy, the IceCats bringing the intensity here. Gotta love the way PD's starting, especially for a road game. This is a really good road game start. All over Twin City, but boy, you want to see him put one in the net here sooner rather than later. Don't let the Thunderbirds find their skates. They back Robinson up here as he and Farmer crept in. And are they going to throw Gullo out? Yes. And it's one back by Robinson. Bedard to the point, rolling puck. A shot. Oh, deflected in front. I think Babic got a piece. It just missed on the near post. Played ahead the other way, and now the Thunderbirds trying to break the center as it's turned in on the wing. Dumas around to the left point. Farmer holding it in. Bedard chasing behind the net. Dumas trying to push his way in, and then he actually ends up pushing the net off. Face-off will come outside. Not quite 5 minutes into this first period. Brought to you by your PD area GMC dealers. Back home tomorrow night, Fan Appreciation Night. Tons of prizes from fantastic sponsors from the PD IceCats. We're giving away, by the way, a 65-inch TV. And, well, we get a little jousting over there on the far side. But some of the prizes coming from places like Athletic Cheer Force, Express Oil Change, Orange Theory Fitness, X-Gen Cryo. We'll tell you about some more a little later in the program. All kinds of fun prizes going on. Farmer's going to feed it over as Twin City on the regroup in its own end. He'll get it back. Pizzamenti up on the forecheck. Bedard intercepts at center, tosses it back in. Mott tried to put it back, and now again aggressive on the forecheck. PD forcing a turnover at center, and Bedard once again knocks it back in. This time it's Bondi on the near side, backhanding it around, but right there is Pizzamenti, wraps his man up, and now trying to move it up. Dumas up to the point, still not out. Della Savita keeping it in. Pizzamenti on the left side corner. Trying to shake his check, leaves it left side. Della Savita centers, deflected away. Right point arriving as Razilov. He'll keep it in. Around the rim it goes. On to the far side. Della Savita elects to go down the wall after it. Zajic feeds it up top. Legkov cutting down the left wing. Legkov into the corner. Spins back up the boards. In his skates, lost it, got it back at the line. Oh, he left it there for Razilov, but that one kind of crossed up Razilov as he was switching forehand to backhand, but they go right back in. Zajic, Frolov in with Legkov, stops, tried to feed it. Oh, off his shin pads, in behind the net. Now it's centered again. Zajic at the near dot. Gets it up top. Razilov holds over Zajic one time, and the save coming to his left by Babic. Again up top, Razilov through traffic, tip just wide of the net. Babic way out of the goal. Frolov pulled down in the corner, no penalty. Razilov right point, his shot, Babic save, and it's tipped out of play on the rebound. 6.5 minutes into the first period, and it's been the Boris Babic show. PD all over the Thunderbirds goaltender, but we remain scoreless. Back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Del Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Del Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
6.5 minutes into this first period, presented by your PD area GMC dealers. Boy, it's been all IceCats so far in this one. We are scoreless, but already 8-3 the shots on goal. Draw to the left to Babic. And boy, he's had a couple of close calls. I'll tell you one thing I have noticed early is Thunderbirds win this draw back. Babic is being very aggressive out on his angles, and I think PD might be able to keep that in mind a little bit later on into the evening as the Thunderbirds go offside. But if he's being that aggressive, coming out on the angle and really trying to play aggressively into the shots, there might be an opening to pass around him and perhaps connecting on some backdoor, back post type of plays. So we'll see if PD works that in. Thunderbirds win the faceoff, and they will toss it in around the glass in the backhand. Rutherford out to leave it behind the net. Played up the near side, and now Elijah Wilson leaving it off. Marcin Kevics lost it at the line. Salak trying to turn it back in. A lot of traffic. It finally pinballs out off of Welsh. Wilson will feed it to Welsh, who goes back to the D. McGill Diaz will leave it off. Hamilton has to chase it. It went behind him. Around to Marcin Kevics, tipped up the wall. Wilson jams it to the line, not out. Pastuca steps in. His shot off of Marcin Kevics' far wall. Butita with a chance, and that's tipped behind the net. Left side, Salak. Salak trying to dance back up the wall. He's knocked down. Hamilton all over him. And McGill Diaz tried to sweep it around. It ricochets up the near side to Hamilton. Wilson tips it on Marcin Kevics, 2-on-2. Right side, Marcin Kevics weaving in as Cox leaves it for him. Right side, Cox, wrist shot. Tried to go blocker, missed the far post. Pizzamenti arriving. Kept it in. White battling with him. Puck in some skates there and flipped out to center by Twin City. Abdella feeds it over to Bedard. Bedard steps in, flips it into the corner. Cox going after the bouncing puck around to the far side. Twin City able to break the zone here. White up the right wing side to the line. Cutting to his left, feeds it down low and on goal. They score. Gallant stretched out for the pass, got a piece of it, and was able to tip it with one hand past the outstretched left pad of Parker Rutherford. And a really nice skill goal right there from Gallant. And the Thunderbirds, despite being hemmed in their zone to start this entire first period, strike first to make it 1-0. .801 time of the goal. And for Gallant, that's his 21st of the year. Boy, oh boy. So all they needed was that one chance, and again, that was just a really pretty play. Everything with one hand for Gallant. The pass was so far out in front of him, he had no choice but to stretch for it, but he got it. Let's see, PD trying to push back in. Zajac with a shot and a glove save. Babic. That one was ticketed low glove side. The IceCats go right back to pressing. And that is certainly a good sign. Kramer with an assist on that one, as well as White. Face off to the right of Babic once again. Legkov up top. Razilov, Legkov, high slot, works in his shot, and that knocked the stick out of the hands of the defenseman, but the puck is cleared out of there. Croucher sold out to block it, and boy, he got everything. Here's Legkov trying to cut in. Can't. Forced behind the net by Farmer. He'll loop all the way around. Up towards the left point. Legkov almost ran himself out of room. Flips it in on goal, and Babic will hang on to it. IceCats are going to put Marcinkevich's unit back out there. They'll also change the D here. McGill, Diaz, and Hamilton out there. One 1-0. Thunderbirds in the lead here. 8:40 into the first period. Although, again, I do not feel bad in any way about the start that the IceCats have had here, especially on the road. I like the game they're playing right now. They just need to stick with it. There's a hand pass. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Hamilton tried to catch it and play it to himself, and he inadvertently tossed it forward there. The whistle goes immediately. IceCats will win the draw. They'll play it back out. McGill Diaz, he'll throw it back in. That's one of those cases, and, you know, it happens in just about any sport where you can get a whistle. Sometimes it's a good whistle, even when you were attacking. And in that case, well, it might have been better than a break the other way for Twin City. So you kind of take the hand pass and you live with it. Sometimes you take the offside, you take the icing, whatever it is. Just getting the break, the whistle, and a chance to try to win a face-off is better than the alternative. Puck dumped into the far side corner. Welsh skips around Pastuca. Pastuca wraps him up now. Keeley in the far side corner. Up the wall, but Marcinkevich's on it. Feeds to the left point. Hamilton across, moves it over. McGill Diaz looking in front with a wrister. That's blocked off Salon. Puck in behind the net. Around to the far side. Puck right up the slot. Butita will backhand it away off the glass as McGill Diaz slides down the ice. Pizzamenti takes it on the left side, and he'll move it ahead while his mates change. Dumping it in from center. Almost got the linesman with it. Around it comes. Hanley feeding onto the near side. Thunderbirds outlet through center. That missed. Abdella chasing back to his own zone. He'll get it across to Bedard at the near dot. And now away comes Gullo. Gullo in on the right wing side. Has help with him. Gullo took a stick up high. Keeps going. And now a penalty call coming up. Gullo got the stick twice in the chops. They called the second one. And so when we come back, 9:57 to go in the first, and the opening power play of the game belongs to your PD IceCats. 1-0 Thunderbirds. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a quick break, 10 seconds along the network for station identification. IceCats on to the power play, presented by Chick-fil-A. High sticking the call against White. Actually, pardon me, that was Johansson they got for the high sticking call, but just the 2-minute garden variety high stick. Marcinkiewicz will start it off. Out with Frolov, Legkov, Zajic, and Razilov. Razilov at the left point with it. They'll move it across near dot. Marcinkiewicz doesn't shoot. Back up top, Razilov. High slot, left side, gets it back. Razilov does let it go. Blocked off a shin. And now White will fling it on down the ice. So Johansson, the guilty party. 2-minute high stick. As the IceCats move ahead again. 1-0 Thunderbirds as Legkov wheels in left side, stops, feeds the point. Razilov, Legkov. Half wall, Razilov, blue line near dot. Marcinkiewicz looks. Razilov up top. Trouble with it in space, poked out over the line. Good pressure by Keeley there on Razilov. Marcinkiewicz is going to wind it up. Try to go in, poked at the line, and, well, they whistle it down offside. That's going to give PD a chance to change up the power play unit. 9 minutes exactly left to go here in this opening frame. 1:04 to go in the power play. IceCats on the power play this season, 7th in the FPHL, 20.9%. 13th on the kill for the Thunderbirds at 72.7. That's just one off the bottom. Dumped in on the right side. Here's Welsh up after it. He spins his man around at Wilson on it. Elijah Wilson feeds it up top. Hamilton waits, fakes, near side dot. Welsh with traffic. His shot block came back to him in his skates. Dumped to the line. Hamilton with a rolling puck feeds it down the wall. Around behind the net, Robinson to the right side. Welsh up top. Hamilton looking over. Cutting to his left. Back across. Here's Welsh into space in front. Robinson couldn't shoot. Cox had his back to the goal, tried to feed it back up top. It didn't quite work out. They regroup quickly, move back in. A backdoor feed, and it didn't connect with Cox. Schnapp trying to clear, had his stick tied up, but he did get it ahead to Keeley, who will fire it down off the mid of Rutherford. They'll leave it aside to Hamilton. 10 seconds to go on the power play. And so once again, PD with plenty of chances, but nothing to show for it just yet. 1-0 Thunderbirds. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first. Gullo in with a long shot. High blocker. It rebounds right out in front. Goes off Bedard to the line. Did Frolov keep it in? No. Back the other way on the right side. Here comes Kramer leaving it to White. White, top of the circle. Flips it on goal. A bouncing puck deflects in on Rutherford. And he'll cover and hang on. 7:40 to go in the first. And again, PD has had the balance of the chances here. Especially opening this critical game on the road, the first of a home-and-home this weekend. Here tonight, home tomorrow night at Florence Center at 7:15. They win the draw in the defensive zone, wedge it on out. A bouncing puck the Farmer knocks down, watched by Frolov. They'll play it back ahead to White. White lost it at the line to Della Savita. Della Savita up the left side. Cutting in wide, Legkov squirts through a check. Legkov leaving it up top. Fed over near side, Della Savita. Wrist shot, right pad, save Babic. And it's cleared out past Kramer down the ice, and now a race for it. Rutherford thought about coming out to play it. White, a backdoor feed. Oh, to his left. Rutherford say puck is free. And now it's cleared away by PD. Oh, my goodness. Rutherford had the puck sitting at his right hip, but it was free and clear. Puck up top, not out of the zone. Craig, a shot hit traffic. Zajac on it. He'll just backhand it out of there. Thankfully, no icing. Left side. Gallant had it taken away at center. Zajac will poke it the other way. Craig back after it. 6:44 to go here in the first. 1-0 Thunderbirds. Plenty of excitement. Marcinkiewicz off the bench. He'll drive in on the right wing, curl back up top. On to the left side, Hamilton to Marcinkiewicz, but the pass was outside. And he has to go ahead and take that to center. McGill Diaz will wedge it back in left wing. Elijah Wilson up after it. Craig takes a look. Tries the seam, and it's cut off by Marcinkiewicz. Between the legs, a quick shot and a left pad save Babick. Hamilton keeps in for the right point. Welsh lets it go behind the net. Back to Welsh. Welsh, Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz, backhand into the slot. Wilson with a try and a save. Babick around to the left point. McGill Diaz too hot. Can't keep it in. Sends it right back in, though. But PD is going to go wholesale on the change here. 5:58 and counting to go in the first. Dump the other way, no icing. Rutherford's going to paddle it around to the far side. Cox waiting for the rolling puck, kicked it back. And now it's sent behind the net to McGill Diaz. His pass, that one missed Robinson. That'll be icing going the other way. 5:41 remaining here in this first period. The draw will come back down into the IceCats end of things. Moments ago in the scramble, the puck was sitting at the right hip of Parker Rutherford. And a couple of the IceCats recognized the loose puck and hurriedly got to the crease. The question was, do you shove it under the goaltender or do you just try to get rid of it? And it worked out. The puck remained free. But boy, that was dicey there for a bit. And Rutherford thought he might have had it, wasn't moving. And waiting for the whistle that never came. Dumped in by Cox. Babick out to catch that one and hold on all the way out to the hash marks. And now Cox is getting a little attention. Butita doing a little bit of shoving in there. Gullo and Hanley having a chat. Legkov, Frolov, Zajac out. With Razilov and Della Savita. 5.5 minutes to go in the first. 1-0 Thunderbirds. Kaysen Gallant, the goal, is 21st of the year. Face off to the left of the Twin City net is one back to the line. Della Savita couldn't get there in time. He has to move it back across. Legkov. And now Zajac tied up in behind the plate. He lost a skate blade. Zajac's trying to get to the bench. His left skate has no blade in it. So he'll head off the ice. That allows the Thunderbirds a chance to get out of the zone. They still haven't done it yet, but now there's a stretch pass. Oh, that was way offside. It rolls in on the goal, and Rutherford will hang on to it anyway, but oh my goodness. White was like 2 feet in over the line when he touched that. The difference is the faceoff isn't at center. It's to the left of Parker Rutherford. Boy, I hope they get that blade from Dennis Zajac. It's got to be out there somewhere. I hope they scoop that up off the ice. Face-off is controlled. Now bouncer in front and a hopping puck right there, and Gallant couldn't do anything with it. It's cleared back down the other way. Craig loops out from behind the Thunderbirds net, but another dangerous chance there, but thankfully the puck would not settle, and now it's an icing call the other way against the Thunderbirds with 4:48 to go in the first. So Twin City with a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. Stationed alongside executive producer Aiden Mulholland. Hope everybody's having a great Friday night here as the IceCats trailing 1-0 here late in the first, looking for a win in regulation to lock up a playoff berth. If they don't win in regulation, no matter what the result may be, overtime, shootout, whatever it is, then tomorrow night may be a clinching scenario, but we will find out. Plenty of hockey to play between now and then, but PD, despite trailing 1-0 right now, is playing like a team that wants to get business done here. Elijah Wilson around the near side of the net, leaving it off. Hamilton cycles down low. Behind the goal, around it is Welsh on the left side, the left half wall into the slot. Miguel Diaz activating. Couldn't get a shot away, and now it's cleared right back down the ice. This should be yet another icing call against Twin City. And so we'll go back down 200 feet, drop it again. 4:21 to go here in the first. Draw to the right of Babic. And this one is going to be Gullo along with Robinson and Cox. Hamilton and Miguel Diaz on the points. Eventually we'll get this puck dropped. I think we were getting a dissertation there on face-off etiquette. Up the left side, ahead comes Kramer. Kramer will bring it in wide on the wall. His shot, and that's cut off at the right post, held on to. And frozen for the face-off by Parker Rutherford. He's got it in the gear. There he goes, juggles it free. Quick switch of the D pair here in the defensive zone is going to be Bedard out there with Abdella. Mott in across from Gullo for the draw. Face off is one back towards Charlie Bedard. They'll move it ahead, and now Robinson to center. Flips it into the left wing corner. Trying to get up after it. Farmer gets to the puck first. Sends it around the rim. Cut off by Gullo, right wing half wall. Gullo, bottom of the circle, a shot. Babic the save, and the battle in front with Cox. And now here we go. The pile forms. Linesman get in there quickly. Bondi at Gullo, or pardon me, Cox tied up from behind there. Was trying to shove him towards the corner. Well, nothing comes out of that. Boys will be boys. Draw to the left of the Thunderbirds cage. Gullo has Robinson lined up at the top of the circle to his left. It is still on the dot. Robinson charges in to help it out. Sends it behind the net. Cox trying to get after it. Bondi tying him up again to the far side. Puck is wedged on out of there by Dumas down the ice. Bedard chasing, watched by Schnapp. They'll leave it off in the corner. Schnapp rubs out Bedard. Gullo leaving it around. Abdella up the left side. Cross ice feed off of the stick of Schnapp. Stays in play off the glass. Bedard able to move it ahead though. Farmer trying to turn it back. Mishandle there at the line. It's shoved into the skates. Jake Cox battling along with Johansson. Cox is knocked down. Puck underneath him. They'll just punch it in with a glove and now head to the bench for a change. Cox trying to get off the ice. It was held up there by Dumas as it drifts back into the PD end. 3:08 to go here in the first. 1-0 Thunderbirds in the lead. Right side, here come the IceCats. Leykov driving in, cutting in on goal. He shoots in a right pad save. Babic rebound, set up the slot. Karem's off a skate and down the ice. Nice job by Babic to stay with Leykov cutting across in tight. Puck turned over at center. Butita steps back in on the left side. Tipped in wide of the net. Ends up in the far side corner. Salak pushing ahead. Razilov trying to move it free up the far side wall. Marcinkiewicz. Delisavita after it. So Marcinkiewicz is out there right now with Leykov and Frolov. So whatever the skate issue is for Dennis Zajac, it is not being fixed just yet. So it might be more than just a blade fell out of his skate. He might need a whole new holder. Something might have broken on that boot. Hopefully he's out there as quickly as possible. Butita turning it back the other way. He'll bring it in. Cut to his right. Try to get around De La Savita. Rides him wide all the way behind the net. Rubs him out back there. Reversed around. Razalov will chase to the far corner. 2 minutes to go in the first. At center, here's Legkov. Legkov at center. Knocked off his stick, but carrying it in. Frolov. Right wing himself. Curls. Marcinkiewicz to the backhand. A little flip in on goal. Gloved by Babbitt. And he'll hold on. Let's see. Zaitchik's going to try to give it a quick wheel here. See how his blade feels. Nope, they're going to have to take him off the ice. So still no blade in that boot. It is his left skate. So probably whatever the repair is here, they're going to have to get it fixed up in the locker room area. He'll hop his way off. Well, that's unfortunate. That robs you of your best face-off man right there with the old equipment malfunction. Puck to the right point, kept in. McGill Diaz shot through traffic, and again a glove save. Babbitt will scoop it up. And at this point, with 1:44 left to go in the period, you might as well send Zaitchik off to the room. If he's got to take the skate off and maybe they've got to rivet on a whole new holder, you might as well start the project early here and get him back as soon as possible. Wilson chasing it behind the net, trying to work it free over there. Welsh played up the right side. McGill Diaz pinching, able to keep it in. Right side. Wilson, quick shot. Babbitt the save. Took it in the chest protector there and hangs on. Face off again to his left. So now it's going to be Gullo, Robinson, and Cox as everybody's kind of rotated around and through here. Gullo scooting Hamilton over a bit to his right. Going to try to pull this one back pretty crisply here. Gullo on the backhand for this draw on the near side of the ice. Digs in and does win it back, but it was deflected on the way, and so that allows the puck to be pushed ahead. Thunderbirds up the right side with a long shot. Rutherford with a glove save, and he'll just hang on to that. Farmer actually jumped all the way up on the faceoff, rushed in on the left side as the wrister came in from the right wing by Mott. And certainly no hurry to play that. Let Gullo do the job again. 1:20 to go here in period number one as Schnapp goes over to hang out and try to hear what the huddle was saying of IceCats players. Puck ends up in the far side corner, and it's moved ahead. Cox is going to break the zone ahead to Robinson. Robinson into the left wing, up after it, trying to get to the puck, slapped away from him. Farmer up the near side, off of Schnapp. Schnapp ahead, and Gullo tips the pass. Mott deflects it on, but it ends up with Hamilton. And he'll wheel back inside his own line. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Hamilton slowing it down, gets it across to McGill Diaz. He'll move it ahead. Robinson tips it down the ice. That one's going to go right in on goal, and Babbitt's going to paddle it aside to Farmer. Marcinkiewicz on the forecheck here. Thunderbirds trying to swing it the other way. Up the left side, here comes Keeley. Keeley in over the line. Keeley, cross ice feed. There's a shot. Rutherford to his left to make the save on Johansson, crashing in from the right point. And he will hang on with 30.7 seconds to go. The Thunderbirds haven't had the bulk of the grade A's, but the ones they've had have been pretty good. Trying to generate opportunity, especially off the rush. Draw to the left of Rutherford. Marcinkiewicz into the face-off. Keeling pushed over to the far side. Here's Frolov. Frolov looking to move it to center. That one is dumped back down the ice the other way. Chased down by Hanley. Hanley scoops it right back out to center. Time ticking down in the period here. Abdella, watched by Butita, flips it across to Bedard. Bedard up the right side boards, and now a race for it. Legkov almost stole it away, but Johansson wins it. Banks it away to Butita. 8 seconds to go. He sends it down. Will there be icing? Yes. Good hustle by Bedard. to get the icing whistle with 4.9 seconds to go. That is plenty of time to win a draw and make something happen. Gullo, Cox, Welsh, Bedard, and Abdella. See if they're going to try to make anything special happen here. Normal lineup here for this offensive zone draw. Gullo across from Keeley. Tied up, and it ends up in the corner. That'll do it for the period. So 20 minutes in the books here in Twin City. It's a 1-0 Thunderbirds lead. But not for lack of opportunity for the PD IceCats. So far, they've had their chances in this game, just haven't been quite able to capitalize. And so as we step into our first period intermission report, we are going to take a look back at the scoring in this one, take a look inside the numbers as well. So stay tuned for that. Plus, a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as we are all scoreboard watching this time of year to see what's happening around the FPHL. There's plenty of, I'll say, interest in the out-of-town games as well. We'll fill you in on all that and more when we come back. 1-0 Thunderbirds after 20 minutes in. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
And we're back here on IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. 20 minutes in the books here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. And the Twin City Thunderbirds with a 1-0 lead over your PD IceCats. And again, if you missed our talk about it earlier, the clinching solution for a playoff berth tonight would be that this team, meaning the PD IceCats, would have to win in regulation in order to clinch a playoff spot here tonight. So, right now, trailing 1-0. Well, I thought the IceCats had a pretty good first period. They had several scoring chances in the frame, but were just not able to put a puck past Boris Babic, who was tested several times early and often in this one. In fact, before I even tell you about the goal that Twin City scored, I'm going to tell you the PD got credit for 21 shots in that first period. And they really did a nice job getting pucks through most of the time. Twin City did get some blocks in there, started getting some sticks in the lane on some opportunities that actually I thought did a lot better when it comes to, towards the end of the period, maybe taking some scoring chances away, but it took them a minute. And for the PD IceCats, really, if you think about the way things went, it is just a standpoint where I feel like more of the same is what the doctor ordered in this one. They were so close to being able to make something happen, but the goal was Kason Gallant's to score as 21st of the year from White and Kramer at 8:01, and his 21st was probably the most picturesque goal he's going to score this season. White kind of fired a bit of a hope pass down through the low slot. Gallant was racing ahead and stuck out his stick with one hand. Parker Rutherford was convinced he wasn't getting to the pass. Rutherford actually committed to where he thought the puck was going to be. And instead, Gallant just got his stick on it. And by getting his stick on it, he was able to then deflect it ahead. And as Rutherford went to his right, Gallant also cut back to his right, so across the green to Rutherford's left, and was able to then one-hand it into the net, past the outstretched left pad of the goaltender Rutherford. That was one of the more interesting and, again, just picturesque goals I think you're going to see. It was just a lot of puck control and a play that 9 out of 10 times doesn't connect. Maybe 99 out of 100 times doesn't connect. But it absolutely connected in this particular case. And so Gallant's 21st of the year from White and Kramer. And at 8:01, that was the only goal of the period. The IceCats did get a power play, and they went 0 for 1 with a man advantage on that Chick-fil-A power play. The Thunderbirds did not have a power play chance in the period. And again, PD, 21 shots. The Twin City Thunderbirds ended the period with only 11. So we are going to take a break, and when we come back here in this first period intermission report, we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, so stay tuned for that. That'll be up here in just a moment. 1-0 Twin City after 1. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
You'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which sport clips you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics and specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite D. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
Grab me one too.
Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, 20 minutes in the books here. It's 1-0. Twin City in the lead. And the Thunderbirds, every game down the stretch, 4 remaining for both of these teams, is important, fighting for their playoff lives. As we head into tonight's action, the scenario was this. If the IceCats win in regulation, they clinch tonight. Now, the other way around, no matter what happens here, if it's not a full 6-point swing, so it's 3 points or regulation win, then it would be at least until tomorrow night. PD would have to postpone its celebration, looking for a playoff berth in its inaugural season. But the other side of that all is that if things don't go well this weekend, well, that's going to make next weekend incredibly interesting. Essentially, the Thunderbirds really have to go 4-0. Some version of 4-0. If they're going to catch and then pass PD to get into the playoffs. So they're up 1-0 after 1. It's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see what that brings us. It brings us Port Huron and Binghamton tied at 1, after 1, up in Binghamton. And then this is a game we're kind of keeping an eye on here because it could determine the first-round playoff matchup. Whoever the 4 seed is will play the 1 seed. And the Athens Rock Lobsters up 3-2 on Indiana at home at Aikens Ford Arena. That game is late in the second period. So Athens wanting to take care of business here this weekend because another game we're going to talk about in a moment, Columbus-Monroe, means a lot as well to Monroe. Watertown is up 2-1 heading into the second period against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Now Columbus and Monroe are tied at 1 halfway through the first period at the Monroe Civic Center. So this game and the Athens game matter for a couple of reasons. Columbus is third. No matter what happens, the River Dragons are finishing third. They're going to face the second seed. It could be Monroe. It could be Athens. Columbus, in a way, can control who they want to see. Now, I'm not saying Columbus is going to fold the tent if they want to see Athens. They certainly want to beat Monroe. But they've got Monroe here on a Friday night, and that game is tied up at 1. If Monroe stays in second, it is a Columbus-Monroe first-round matchup, and that would be a wild series. That would be an awful lot of fun to see. And whoever finishes fourth, of course, we all hope it's the PD IceCats, would then face Athens. Keep in mind, Athens comes into the weekend with a 4-point cushion over Monroe with 4 games to play. So that game is 1-1 late in the first at the Monroe Civic Center. Blue Ridge has a 2-0 lead over the Biloxi Breakers. That game is after 1 period of play. The Blue Ridge Bobcats are another team to keep an eye on. Why? Because next weekend, that's who the Thunderbirds are going to play. And so if this clinching scenario stretches out to next weekend, PD plays Columbus, Blue Ridge head-to-head with the Thunderbirds. So that is something to keep in mind as well, as Blue Ridge, as I mentioned, up 2-0. right now. And so Topeka 1-0 late in the first over Baton Rouge, the other game going on in the FPHL. So that's all the surrounding playoff scenarios on everything for you as well. In the NHL light night on a Friday night, only 2 games to tell you about. Right now, the Philadelphia Flyers have a 3-1 lead on the Islanders. Tippett, Bump, and Mishkov for the Flyers. Meanwhile, J.G. Pajot with the goal for the Islanders. And then a late puck drop tonight, the St. Louis Blues at Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks continuing to sit atop the Pacific Division, although the Oilers have moved into a tie with Anaheim for that top spot, and Vegas has fallen to third, 4 points behind. It is crazy, the Western Wild Card race right now. If you're an NHL fan at all, and I know a lot of you are Hurricanes fans, maybe you're paying attention to the East, take a look at the West. And if you're a Predators fan, I know you're already paying attention to that. Nashville right in the thick of it. In fact, 3 teams tied on the outside looking in at 79 points in the West. It is an absolutely crazy scenario right now. But these 2 games tonight, and that Blues-Ducks game, and especially for the Ducks, is a very important one as they try to make hay while the sun shines on it. No college basketball tonight, but tomorrow night, 2 games, Final Four action, Arizona and Michigan, and then Illinois and UConn trying to fight their way through to play for the national championship. So we shall see who is going to meet. And 8:49 on the tip tomorrow night for Michigan and Arizona. It is a 6:09 Eastern Time tip, the early game, Illinois and UConn. Major League Baseball, the Braves are in action later tonight, and that is actually an Apple TV exclusive. Sorry, Braves fans. Braves and Diamondbacks, that gets underway at 9:40, as does Astros and Athletics, Mariners and Angels, Mets, Giants are all coming up later. Other than that, just 1 game postponed today, Brewers and Royals. All the rest are finals. In 10 innings, the White Sox beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Dodgers 13-6 over the Nationals. Tigers 4-0 over the Cardinals. Yankees 8-2 over the Marlins. Red Sox 5-2 winners over the Padres. Reds 5, Rangers 3. Guardians 4-1 over the Chicago Cubs. Phillies 10-1 over the Rockies. 5-4 Pirates beat the Orioles. 10-4 Twins top the Rays. So that's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard for you, and that is it for our first period intermission report. When we come back, it'll be time to drop the puck on second period action on tap and presented by Bud Light. 1-0 Thunderbirds after 1. We're back with more in a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those 3 things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure, at PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
Do you love disc golf? Smiling Skull Disc Golf is a pro shop for disc golfers of all skill levels and budgets. We carry hundreds of discs from many different manufacturers, including plastic glow discs for those winter evening rounds. Whether you have been birdie hunting for years or you're seeking your first putter, our knowledgeable staff can help find the perfect disc for you. We also carry carts, bags, retrievers, grip enhancers, and more. Smiling Skull Disc Golf, where customers are valued and we seek to find you eternal happiness.
Ding dong.
Mountain Dude?
The mountain's calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew.
Hey, this is Kendria Robinson, family nurse practitioner at Practical Purpose Solutions. If you are dealing with brain fog, fatigue, lack of energy, not feeling productive at work due to that, or you're having any type of gut health problems, or you're even having a severe cold, book your IV hydration therapy service with Practical Purpose Solutions at practicalpurposesolutions.com, or you can call 843-799-2210. We look forward to serving you. You have the problem and we have the solution.
Looking to score big with your printing? M&M Printing and Graphics is your hometown team. From flyers, business cards, and posters to vinyl graphics, banners, and outdoor signage, we do it all. Whether you're promoting your business, cheering on your team, or bringing your brand to life, we've got the players and the skills to make it happen. Visit mmpg.us or call 843-662-2412. M&M Printing and Graphics, the official printer of the PD Ice.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you, proving once again it always helps to have the mic boom in front of your mouth when you want to talk. One of the fun things about this headset, total side note you guys probably don't care about, but I can tell you anyway. One of the things I like about AKG headsets, and one of the reasons why I stick with them, is because when you swivel the mic boom up away from your face, it mutes the headset. Well, if you try to come back from a break and the boom is still up, guess what? You're muted. It's not only is it not in front of your face, but you might have had a chance to hear me, but no, this headset mutes, which 99 times out of 100 is a plus. So we're underway. Second period action presented by Bud Light. Dennis Zajic is back out there, which is great to see after he had a skate issue in the first period. So it's Zajic, Frolov, Legkov out there to start this second. And here's Razilov leaving it off. Legkov trying to wheel through traffic on the right side of center. He'll bring it in, leaving it off. Marcinkevics off the bench, in with a backdoor feed, too far for Frolov. Left point, Delasavita lets it go. Right pad save there. And the rebound around to the far side. Razilov pinching, unable to keep it in. Legkov back at center for it. IceCats rolling right to left on your radio dial for period number 2. On your Cumulus radio station, 100.5 FM in Florence, but you can also catch us Myrtle Beach, North Charleston, and even Columbia on our statewide radio network. Hamilton trying to move it across. Buck 10 into the second period. Second period action presented by Bud Light. Puck to the line, not out. And, no, it did come out. Offside whistle. And, of course, Cumulus Radio is the official broadcast partner of IceCats Hockey. Sports Clips, the official hair cutter. M&M Printing and Graphics, the official printing partner. And Seminar Brewery, the official craft beer partner. Here's White in across from Marcinkevics. And they're going to back the wings out here. Are they going to throw Marcinkevics out? Yep, they are. He backs out. Welsh has to step in. Welsh wins it back. Good battle there against White. He spins it back. Hamilton right up the near wall. Welsh trying to tip it along. Tied up on his skates. Puck turned back in from center. And now a centering attempt. White in front, and a diving attempt and a block there. Wilson broke his stick, but he got it. Back the other way. Here comes Marcinkevics, and on the left side feeds Welsh. And that one too far for him. He'll carry it behind the net, though. Welsh out the far side. Up to the point, left side. Hamilton puts one in on goal. Just past the left ear of Babick. Ends up on the near side. Galan will skate it to center. And he'll toss it in cross corner. Miguel Diaz over after it, off the glass, out to center ice. That one rolls ahead. Here comes Marcinkevics on the right wing. Patrick's Marcinkevics knocked down. Puck pushed to center it out. Break the other way. Here's Kramer in alone. Kramer in, shoots, and he missed. Low glove. Kramer had all the time in the world and couldn't hit the rectangle. Hamilton will back up in front of his own net. Feed it left side. Abdullah with the lead to center off the foot of Cox. It comes into the near side of the Thunderbird zone. Back out to center. Abdullah throws it in. Gullo just now finding out he's offside. Scampers onto the zone. 2.5 into the second period. 1-0 Thunderbirds in the lead. Up the right side, Bundy will dump it in around the wall, and, well, it hit the linesman, kicked back the other way, punched all the way back to the Thunderbirds' end, where Farmer will collect. Farmer to his left, ahead, Schnapp, puck at center, Mott cutting into the right wing, getting it across, there's a shot, Rutherford save, big rebound, but Cox on it there. Left side, he'll lift that one ahead. Lenkov trying to chase it down, it rolls right in on goal, Babick had to stick it away to the corner. Lenkov still battling for the puck. Pulling it free. In the left side, Cox trying to help him out. He centers off Babick. Puck stays out. Now another attempt right through the crease out the other side. Mott gets to center at the stripe. He'll just fire it in. Rutherford electing to cover with Schnapp coming in. So again, we begin at a frenetic pace just like we did in the first period. And again, PD is finding scoring chances here. Didn't feel bad about that opening 20. I know that they didn't get the goal they were looking for, but still feeling pretty good. If you're PD, it's 1-0 Thunderbirds here, 3:24 into the second. Thunderbirds win the drawback. Pastuca pokes it down the right side. Keeley puts it right across the goal mouth out the other side. Craig down from the left point. Set up by Legkov, turned over Della Savita, but cut off on the left side by Salak. Razalov pokes it around, near side. Wedged ahead, and will that stay in play? Yes, it does. A bouncer, Pastuca on it. They'll play it the other way. And now it ends up Salak cutting in over the line. Salak in the high slot with a wrist shot. Rutherford out to make the save, and he'll fold down on that one and hang on. Draw will go back over to the right side of the IceCats goal. Gullo in for the faceoff here across from Keeley. And it's one back. Hamilton will flip it high in the air. That'll come down right behind Robinson. He gathered it, poked it ahead right side. Cox after a rolling puck into the corner against Pastuca. Couple of 24s lock it up over there. Cox kicked it free, and now we got a penalty coming up. But I can't tell you against who or for what. Let's see. It's a holding call, holding the stick. And it's going to go against Yuri Pastuca. So the second power play of the game for the PD IceCats. They're 0 for 1 on the Chick-fil-A power play. Pastuca 2 for holding the stick. 4:11. Time of the minor. Crowd doesn't like it. Face-off coming up to the right of Babick. One back to the left point. Here's Razalov. Razalov leaving up high. Legkov charging into the slot over one time, and it's healed wide by Marcinkiewicz. Around Zajac to the right side to Marcinkiewicz. Zajac. Marcinkiewicz. Up top, Razalov lets it go. Ripped high, and a chance to clear. Interrupted there. And the puck stays left side for Frolov over Marcinkiewicz. A one-time and a glove save, Babick. Oh, look what I found. That one into the pocket of the glove as he was coming to his left. Good puck movement there. And a great job to prevent the clear. Zajac will stay in for the draw, looking over his left shoulder at Frolov, who creeps to the top of the circle. No, we didn't like that face-off. We'll do it again. The linesman having a little trouble coordinating the handoff on the puck there. 4:38 into the second period, 1:33 to go in the power play. Face off to the left of Babick. Frolov in for this one. And it's picked up by Farmer. Farmer's going to try to push ahead. Legkov back for it. And he'll curl away with it. Legkov left side to Frolov. Frolov stops, had it knocked off his stick. Razilov will turn back. Here's Marcinkiewicz up the right side, flips it into space. Legkov cutting to his right. He's got a seam. Carries it over the line, leaving it off to Zajic. Zajic up top, Marcinkiewicz. Razilov to his left across the blue line. Over to Marcinkiewicz at the right point. Down the wall, into the corner. Zajic. Marcinkiewicz on the half boards. Up top, Razilov. Razilov through traffic. A shot saved Babick, and he'll hold on to the rebound. With 54 seconds to go in the man advantage. And now Farmer getting into it at the side of the net here. He and Frolov. The linesman getting in there before that one gets too far. Frolov is going to end up going to the box. 2 for roughing. So when we come back, a little 4-on-4. 1-0 Thunderbirds in the lead early second period. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
Back here on IceCats hockey, keeping it legal there. A little break for station identification as well, as now it's 4-on-4. Frolov into the box for roughing at 5:18. And so that means 4-on-4 for 54 seconds. Face-off back down to the left of Parker Rutherford. A little more ice, though, for the boys to make some plays out there. McGill Diaz tying it up on the far side. Gallant down on a knee. And McGill Diaz just giving him the business. He does come up with a puck, though. Feeds it up top. Schnapp. Now the puck across, shot coming in. Rutherford say, ooh, dangerous rebound in front, but Hamilton the only guy there for it. He'll move it away on the right side. And ahead, here comes Gullo, but ooh, that was way offside. McGill Diaz beating that play into the zone. Get a whistle. And the draw will come just in front of the PD bench. IceCats hockey brought to you in part by CLC Transportation, the official travel partner. By Palmetto Smiles, the official dentist. By White Swan Dry Cleaning, the official dry cleaners. And by Battle LP, the official fuel provider, powering the Olympia. Zajic, Marcinkiewicz, Abdella, and Bedard out there. Draw chop back towards Bedard. He's tied up by Butita. Schnapp attacking up on Abdella here, who wheels behind his own net. And he'll cut out the right side. Marcinkiewicz with room, left wing, charging into the zone. Head up looking, takes a wrist shot, he scores! Patrick Marcinkiewicz sneaks it through Boris Babick, who looked completely unprepared for the shot. That one surprised me as much as it surprised Babick. And Patrick Marcinkiewicz with his 39th goal of the season to tie this game up at 1. Xavier Abdullah will pick up an assist on that one. 6:04, time of the goal. How about that one? So now it's going to go over to a Thunderbirds power play onto the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. With Pastuca out of the box. It'll be played ahead. Marcinkiewicz maybe looking for a shorty, but is poked away by Craig. And now it's stolen. Marcinkiewicz to Gullo. His shot, he missed. High blocker. Marcinkiewicz threw it right back up the front of the net. It's the Thunderbirds getting pinned back a little here on the penalty kill by the PD IceCats. Now Gullo, oh boy, Babbitt got a piece of him as he went through the front of the net area there. The goaltender reached out with the stick, knocked Gullo down, and the ref was looking at it. Didn't do anything about it. Turned the other way there. Down it goes. Welsh. Babbitt way out into the corner to play it. I'll tell you what, though. I will flash you back to the last time these two teams played in Florence. And we'll talk about it here in just a sec with the puck in the PD zone. White on the right side. Trying to keep it in. Zajac can't get to it. Miguel Diaz doesn't have a stick. Has to kick it free to Zajac, and he'll lift the backhand down the ice. So the reason I want to take you back is because Babbitt's last start against the IceCats, he actually had a pretty darn good meltdown in the second period and pulled himself out of the hockey game. And that was quite the moment. I mean, stick throwing on the way off the ice and all that as Legkov trying to break in. But I think it shows the pressure that Babbitt's been under this year and the fact that, hey, you know, sometimes he's had a little bit of an issue keeping it together. And so maybe that is just a little bit of something right there to keep an eye on. Generally, you don't see goaltenders engaged that way. Back on the left side, here's Legkov cutting into the backhand across. Save, Babbitt. Penalty coming up as Legkov was hooked up on his way to the net. Babbitt, to his left, was actually spinning around in the crease, and the puck ended up off his inside pad, his right pad, which was parallel to the goal line, and then it landed in front of him. He was able to cover it. 7:59 here, a slashing call coming up against Chris Mott. And back to the Chick-fil-A power play for the IceCats. They're 0 for 2, but have been close. And again, Legkov, with a tremendous drive to the net, draws a penalty. .7:59, time of the slash. Face off to the left of Babbitt. Around the rim it goes, and a little too hot to be kept in by Elijah Wilson. Wilson, Hamilton, Cox, Welsh, and Robinson, the power play unit to start it off. Cutting in on goal, there's Walsh, chance to clear to the line off Hamilton. Robinson, can he keep it in at the stripe? He did, but then he lost it to Schnapp, who pushes the other way. Hamilton backing him up, in with a shot, and just getting a piece was Rutherford. Nice job there by Schnapp to try to cross him up, shoot back across the grain. Hamilton moving ahead with the puck. Robinson heading off the ice there. Hope he's all right. Looked a little uncomfortable after that collision on the wall. Played ahead in over the line. Thunderbirds turn it back, but a penalty coming up. Too many men. So the Thunderbirds on a bad change get nailed for too many men on the ice. It's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for 1:15. Boy, that's just a poor change, and nothing drives coaches crazier than that. 8:44, time of the too many men, which is going to be served by Dumas. Wow, this is a huge moment in this game. So it's Zajac, Legkov, Frolov, Marcinkiewicz, and Razilov back out there. Zajac in for the faceoff across from White. He wins it back. Legkov over to Marcinkiewicz. Legkov, high slot. He'll carry to the right wing side. White backs off. Legkov. Up top, Marcinkiewicz to the left circle. Down low, left circle, Frolov. Looking to move it. Up top, Marcinkiewicz, top of the circle. He'll switch across with Legkov. Going to his right, leaves it to Legkov to his left in the slot. Pass ekes away to the corner. Frolov on it. Sends it to the slot. Marcinkiewicz, a shot, and off the heel of his stick, it ends up behind the net. Roll off, far side, Zajic up top, Marcinkiewicz. His shot, say Babic, big rebound, over, they score! Dennis Zajic! Razilov had the puck in front. Babic had no choice but to play it like he was going to shoot. And he came out after him. Razilov slides it aside. Zajic puts it home for the power play goal. And now there's 1:27 remaining of 5-on-4 Chick-fil-A power play time. .918 time of the goal for Dennis Zajic. That's his 12th of the year. Razilov with the assist on that one. And back the other way. Here comes PD charging in left side is Cox. Cox will leave it up top. Down the left wing wall is Elijah Wilson to the left point, Hamilton. Hamilton through traffic, save Babic. Wilson, left point, Hamilton again. Down to the left half wall, Wilson poked away. Hamilton keeps at the point. He'll try to feed it into space. Bouncing puck. And out of the pile with it, Robinson. Robinson behind the net, bothered by Pastuca. Lost it to the far side, Craig. He's challenged on the right side wall by Welsh, who keeps it alive. Now it's Welsh in the pile, side of the net. Robinson looking up top. Gets it around to Elijah Wilson. Hamilton doesn't shoot, back to Wilson. Wilson near side, lets it go. Babic save, rebound, and Cox denied by the right pad of Babic. Chance to clear, and penalty coming up. PD is going to end up with a 4-on-4 for 32 seconds. Jake Cox heading into the box. 2 minutes for tripping. This game is now 2-1 IceCats. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment. This is PD IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. Evening Shade has been serving the Florence area for over 20 years. As a 3M and SunTech authorized dealer, the Evening Shade team is qualified and ready to help you with your project. Whether it's residential window tinting, paint protection film for your vehicle, commercial signage, or vehicle wraps, we can do it all. Evening Shade Incorporated. Trust a team with over 2 decades of experience.
Del Massimo Ristorante Italiano, where culinary passion meets the art of hospitality. Established in 2010, our restaurant was born out of a love for authentic flavors and a commitment to providing our guests with a memorable dining experience. At Del Massimo, we believe that food is more than just sustenance. It's a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're here for a cozy dinner, a festive celebration, we look forward to serving you.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, second period action presented by Bud Light. 4-on-4 now for 32 seconds as Jake Cox lands himself in the box. 2 minutes for tripping at 10-12. So then it's going to be about a minute and a half on that Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. Face off to the left of Parker Rutherford. Controlled by the Thunderbirds. Here's Salak. Behind the net, Abdella all over him. Salak on the far side, trying to slide it up the wall. Marcinkiewicz. Bouncer towards the left point is not out, kept in. On to the near side, Bedard. Getting it back around. Abdella challenge. Ooh, boy, just got it back. Bedard ahead, Frolov looking for Marcinkiewicz. Hopped over his stick. Abdella back after it. Dumas set to come onto the box as the too many men minor coming to an end here, and that'll mean a Thunderbirds power play. Marcinkiewicz on the left side, pushing in, looking for a shorthanded chance, pokes it ahead, and had it slapped away in the corner by Salak. It is now a power play for Twin City. 2-1 IceCats in the lead. Ahead comes Butita on the left side, getting it across Salak. 9 minutes to go in the second. Puck up top, Craig shot through traffic, and that one blocked away to the corner. Butita left side, trying to cycle it around, Gallant behind the net, onto the near side corner, Kramer. Kramer the half wall to the right point, Craig. Kramer lost it at the dot, and it's fired out of there by Abdella. Gullo steps out to help kill this one off with Zajic. Razilov out there as well now, too. Here's Craig rushing up the left wing, leaving it off there. White sliding it into the corner to Craig. Craig looking into the slot, goes left point to White. White cutting to his right, feeds it back across. Craig Down low at the far circle. A centering attempt goes out the other side. Puck on the near boards. Gullo with a chance to clear. Gets it to the line. Craig knocked it down, but it ends up at center. Nice break there for PD. Here's Keeley tossing it back in the other way. Zajac around after it. Trying to play it back up the glass, cut off, and now a second attempt. Zajac is able to get it out and down the ice. 8 minutes to go, and just 10 seconds in the power play. Cox ready to come back on the ice as the Thunderbirds one more rush here with a man advantage. Gallant into the slot. Kramer with a shot tipped wide by Razilov. White put it in front of right pad. Save there. And now out of the box is Cox. Here they come the other way. Chipped into space. Here's Cox moving in. He's got Welsh with him. Gets it across right side. Pizzamenti. Wrist shot. Left pad save Babic. Puck free into the near side corner. Pizzamenti trying to battle his way free over there in the pile. Pulled out by Welsh. Welsh to the left point. Hamilton through traffic. Glove down in front of the way through. Nice block there by Hanley. And he'll just wedge that puck out. Hamilton on it. Had to hop over his stick. Challenged by White. Hamilton tried to steer it behind the net. De La Savita back around to Hamilton. Up the near side. Welsh. Welsh does get it over the stripe. Thunderbirds tag it up. They're going to start to change anyway. Hamilton out the left side of the cage. Delays and lobs it ahead. Looking ahead there. Cox couldn't come down with it. Mott turning it the other way. Right side here's Dumas into the right wing. Dumas carrying it low. Try to flip it in front. Hamilton blocked the pass. Goes around to the far side and push right back into the corner where Hamilton and Dumas once again re-engage. Larson Kevix behind the net. Had that one taken away. Crowder up to the right point. Bundy, far side. Shot goes behind the net and left off at the left wing of the cage. Covered by Parker Rutherford with 6:33 to go here in the second. And, well, we got a late pile forming. Nothing more really comes out of that. 2-1, PD in the lead, 6:33 to go in the second period. And again, the clinching scenario here tonight is if the IceCats win in regulation this evening, they have teed up a postseason berth in their inaugural season. Boy, wouldn't that be something special. And then we can all come back home and celebrate on Star Wars night tomorrow night at Florence Center at 7:15. To benefit ALS of South Carolina. Face off to the left of Rutherford is pushed ahead out to center. And our thanks, of course, to Southco, fantastic presenting sponsor of our evening. Played back into the IceCats zone. Chopped towards the right point. Bundy keeping it in from up top. Swatted adds Zajac a bouncer out to center. Legkov up the right side. Can't chase the roller in time. Farmer will turn it the other way. Bedard back after it as it swung around to the near side. Frolov off his skates. Tried to push that up the boards. And they kick away at it. Puck does come out to center. Dumas sending it back in. Rutherford slowing it down behind the net. IceCats on the break now, led by Legkov. Legkov cutting into his right. Trying to cut through the D to the backhand. Pulled down. Got the shot off. The save made by Babic. And he holds on. Boy, Legkov is just so quick knifing through there and able to get shots away. That time pretty much while flying through the air on the backhand. It's not quite Bobby Orr. Especially when you don't score. 5:42 to go in the second. 2-1 IceCats. Although, so Terry Crisp, longtime color analyst for the Nashville Predators. Got to work with Terry when I was in Nashville. And he always maintained, he's like, what bothered him the most about that Bobby Orr photo is Bertita moves ahead on the right side into the wrist shot. That's tipped into the netting. But what bothered him the most about that Bobby Orr photo, he's like, he was just hamming it up to look good. The puck was already in the net when he went flying through the air. Which, if you go back and watch the goal, yes, that is actually how it worked. The other fun part of that story was that Terry was back-checking for St. Louis on that play and called for a change, got off the ice because he saw Orr going the other way, and he hopped off. And, of course, there was no hope for anybody to stop Bobby Orr back in those days, and Orr ends up putting the puck in the net. Face-off coming up to the left of the IceCats goal to the point. Pastuca with a shot off the knob of the twig of Rutherford. Not a play once again. 5:26 to go in the second. Of course, Terry Crisp would go on to win 2 Stanley Cups as a player with the Philadelphia Flyers, 74-75. And then he would go on to win one as a coach of the Calgary Flames, 1989. Face off to the left of the IceCats goal, kept in up top. Pastuca over to the left side. Craig will send it around the rim. Keeley to the far side. McGill Diaz gets it up the wall, and the IceCats break out to center. Here's Wilson with a pass ahead on the right wing side as he's knocked down. Got it through the Welsh, try to cut in. And that one to the line, not out. Kept in by McGill Diaz. Left side in with a wrist shot. Oh, tipped off a leg, went wide. They'll chop it beyond the goal. Crazy kick. Went right to Marcinkiewicz, but is still bouncing. Ends up in the right half wall. Up top, McGill Diaz. Over to the right side, Wilson. He'll just send it around the rim. Welsh slows it down. Can't stop it. Welsh after it. Keeley tried to reverse it around. Puck rolls behind the net. Pastuca had it taken away by Welsh. Welsh, far side. Marcinkiewicz right through the goal mouth. Out the other side. Elijah Wilson to the left point. Here's Hamilton. Looking. Wrist shot. Glove save Pavic. 4:37 to go here in the second period. Second period action is presented by Bud Light. It's 2-1 PD in the lead. Back with more IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes, bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
Back here on PD IceCats hockey, second period action presented by Bud Light. Face off to the right of Boris Pavic. 2-1, PD in the lead. Zajac, Legkov, Frolov out there. 4:37 to go in the second. Razilov and Della Savita on the points. White jumps the face off here. Now stir it up. Now puck to the point. Della Savita with a drive. That one deflected wide. Ends up in the near corner. Legkov into the slot. Bouncer on Frolov. Backhand flick over top of the net. Zajac wins the battle behind the net. Out the right side. Banks it around. Up top, Della Savita on the blue line through traffic. His shot deflected to the near side corner. And again, the IceCats just staying relentless right now. Continuing to put pressure on. That puck deflected out to center. And Della Savita backing up to his own end. Lead ahead. Legkov couldn't come up with it. Bumps Johansson, but he does get it ahead on the left side. And now here's Kramer looking into the slot for White. Rolling puck. He couldn't shoot. Curls on the right side with it. White up towards the blue line. Cutting across on the backhand. Feeds the far side corner. Gallant to the slot. Kramer tries to corral it. Has to give it back to the corner. Gallant out the near side. Backhand to the right point, Pastuca. His shot, he scores. Yuri Pastuca with a long-range wrister that sneaks in past the blocker of Rutherford. Just inside the far post, and this game is tied back up at 2. Boy, that was a great shot by the veteran Pastuca. Long, low through a screen. It was just high enough to clear the right pad of the goaltender and perfectly placed inside that far post. Pastuca's 8th of the year. 16:20, time of the goal. As that puck backhanded into the IceCats bench. Boy, these two teams are not going away, either one of them. Kramer will pick up a helper on that, as should Gallant. Face off right on the dot at center. Gullo pulls it back, and it rolls away from Abdella. Rutherford has to poke it around the far side because of the forecheck pressure. Onto the near side, Robinson will play it ahead. Gullo up 2-on-2 with Jake Cox. There's a shot by Gullo. That one forced into the corner. Babick out to try to poke it free. Ends up on the near side, turning back up the right wing wall. Mott playing it ahead. Farmer jumps into the rush. He tried to squeeze through. Linesman got in the way there. Centering attempt is taken away, and now right back the other way. Noah Robinson fanned on it, but Bedard was there to move it ahead. Cox on the left side. He'll throw it in behind the net. Bouncing to the far, and there's Abdullah. Roll way down low, try to center, and Mott blocked it away. Off the glass, down it goes. Will this be icing? And they say no. They wave it off. Marcinkiewicz reversing. Hamilton back in behind the net. He'll slow it down back there with 2:40 to go here in the second. We're tied at 2. Hard bank pass to center, finds his way through to Marcinkiewicz, but he lost the handle on it, but carrying it ahead. Welsh off his boot, goes right in on goal. Babick's got to fire it away out to center himself. Hamilton turning it, and it's sent right back out over the line. Elijah Wilson on it. Try to send it back to the D. Hamilton's got to try to cut across after it. Here comes Salak. Salak on the right side, forcing his way in. Behind the net, Salak and Hamilton. Hamilton took an elbow up high there. Near side, Keeley centering, deflected away by the goal stick of Rutherford. And now here's Wilson through center with a rolling puck. Left side, driving into the corner. Chips it around Handley. Wilson feeding it back up the wall. Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz had his stick knocked out of his hands. Puck played to center. A bouncer there. McGill Diaz on it. Following up the play, Johansson drives in for Twin City on the right side. All the way behind the net. Out the far side into the slot. Marcinkiewicz tried to take it away. Puck at the right point. Pastuca again with a wrister. And that one somehow missed wide. And Frolov able to clear it out off the dasher. Pastuca quickly back the other way. In over the line, trying to flip it into the corner. Gallant centers a shot, and to his right, Rutherford, a huge save right there on White. Legkov racing back up the right wing. Legkov into the corner, puck rolls, he stops, feeds, up top in the slot, caught from behind was Frolov. Now back comes White, 2-on-2. Moving ahead, White try to chip it ahead. Gallant driving it on goal, Rutherford the save, and he hangs on. 1:13 to go in the second. We stay tied at 2. And the chances back and forth right now. These two teams trading opportunities. Gullo is going to step out there with Cox and Pizzamenti, Abdella and Bedard. Here's White in across from Gullo for the faceoff. Gullo trying to make sure everybody's got their man. Faceoff one back by the Thunderbirds. The left side corner, Kramer trying to walk behind the net, pull free, and wrap it in front, sends it across. And that one away harmlessly to the far corner. Pizzamenti trying to clear to the line, not out. Farmer keeping it in. And his shot was blocked, and now at center, Pizzamenti hooking it across. Cox will feed it back. Abdella over to Bedard. Bedard up the right side. Gullo in space, chipping it on ahead. Pizzamenti tying his man up. 42 seconds to go in the period. Tied at 2. Intercepted at center. Abdella quickly back ahead. Pizzamenti to his right. In over the line. Pizzamenti to Marcinkiewicz. His shot is tipped just wide off the stick of Johansson. Farmer trying to leave the zone. Getting it ahead. Gallant ahead, he's got White. Gallant on the right side, takes a step around, carries wide, a shot save Rutherford. He'll gather and hang on. Draw will come to the left of PD and Parker Rutherford. Keeley will be in there for this face-off, and Zajac in for this crucial draw here. One back to the right point, though. Pastuca's got a chance at a shot and a glove save by Rutherford. Saw it all the way. And they're going to pull a quick switch here and put Gullo, Wilson, and Welsh out there. Puck at the right point, Pastuca. Right half ball, Salak sending it right across the goal mouth. Out to the left point, Craig on the blue line, just barely kept it in. His shot was blocked. Salak now dancing with traffic in front. Rutherford down, save made, rebound. Knocked away to the corner by Gullo. And the period will come to a close. A dangerous couple of opportunities there for Twin City, but they're unable to score. Boy, the end of this period, the last couple of minutes, just tit for tat. Trading chances, a lot of times off the rush, which is not always good for PD, although they do have some capable scorers on the rush themselves. But these two teams know what's at stake here. Thunderbirds playing for their playoff lives, and the IceCats playing to try to clinch a spot in the postseason. Each of them with 4 games remaining. And, boy, it is not getting any less tense down the stretch. And I will say this, Gary Graham has a lot to say on his way off the ice. Directing it in the, let's say, area of the stripes. 2-2 after 2. We will take a break and step on into our second period intermission report. And that is brought to you, as always, by Yokohama Tires. When we come back, we'll have a wrap-up of the scoring for you. We'll take a look inside the numbers. Plus, we've got an out-of-town scoreboard coming your way as well. Plenty of interesting things happening tonight in the FPHL, not only in this building, but around the league. So we'll catch up on all of that in just a moment. Tied at 2 after 2. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
For 20 years, we've captured more than weddings. We've captured legacies. The laughter, the tears, the moments that last a lifetime. Every glance, every vow, every I do, preserved in stunning cinematic detail. Because your love story deserves more than memories. It deserves to be a film that lives forever. Something to remember wedding productions. 2 decades of love stories, beautifully told.
Welcome to Seminar Brewing, where craft beer meets culinary delight. Located at 551 West Lucas Street in the heart of Florence, we offer an unforgettable experience for beer enthusiasts and food lovers alike. Pair your favorite brew with our mouth-watering menu. Our kitchen serves up everything from savory snacks to hearty meals, all crafted to complement our beers perfectly. Seminar Brewing. Taste the difference that local passion makes.
Southco Commercial Curb Appeal is the trusted partner for businesses in Florence and surrounding areas that want to maintain a clean, safe, and attractive commercial properties. With our wide range of services, from sweeping and landscaping to snow and ice treatment, we're here to ensure your property remains in pristine condition all year long. Southco Commercial Curb Appeal. Experience the difference.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
Welcome to Creekside, where great food meets the perfect game of pool. Since 2021, we've been serving up delicious meals and creating memorable moments in our unique dining atmosphere. Whether you're planning a celebration or a corporate gathering, Creekside offers the ideal blend of delectable cuisine and entertainment. Come for the taste, stay for the experience. Creekside, the ultimate destination for fun and flavor.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
here on IceCats Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We are now 40 minutes in the books, and right now it's a 2-2 tie. This has actually been quite the exciting game. And so far, I mean, both these teams know what's at stake. We've talked about it, but if you're just joining us, it does bear repeating. And the PD IceCats, if they win in regulation tonight, then what happens is they clinch. In their inaugural season, the PD IceCats will have a playoff berth, and that is pretty darn cool. So very excited for the PD IceCats and really hoping they're able to pull that off here this evening. But they have to win in regulation to do it. Otherwise, it's postponed until at least tomorrow. Now, each of these teams have 4 games left in the regular season, and so the scenario can take any one of a number of turns between now and then. But the simplest solution, of course, if you're an IceCats fan, is to just go ahead, win in regulation tonight, lock up a playoff spot, and then finish out your regular season and get ready to face either the Athens Rock Lobsters or Monroe Moccasins. I'm going to talk more about that later in the Yokohama Tires second period intermission report because, well, there's a lot going on there as well. Okay, so turning our attention to the scoring from that second period. It was 1-0 coming into it. Thunderbirds in the lead on a Gallant goal back in the first. But into the second period we go in a 4-on-4 situation at 6:04. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz with a shot from the left wing side and looked like it surprised Babic in the Thunderbirds goal. Even surprised me with the puck coming in from the wing. And that one ends up in the back of the net. It literally looked from this angle, and we were right down the firing line on that shot, like it went through Babic. Ended up in the back of the net. Marcinkiewicz's 39th goal of the season. By the way, that is now tied for second in the league in goals this year. Tyler Barrow of the River Dragons is up to 40, so 39 between C.J. Stubbs and Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. Assists on the goal going to... Well, actually, they have changed that. They have that as Dennis Zajic with the assist, but that should be Xavier Abdella, I believe. We'll see if they change that one. 6:04 time of the goal. Then at 9:18, Dennis Zajic with a power play marker to make it 2-1. And the puck put in front by Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. Razilov right on the doorstep. Looked like he could shoot from point-blank range, and the goaltender Babic, aggressive, came out at him. Razilov dished immediately to his right to a wide-open Zajic who did not miss his 12th of the year power play marker, a 5-on-3 power play marker at 9:18, and it was 2-1. But later in the period at 16:20, Yuri Pastuka with a tremendous wrist shot from the right point. Might have had a screen in front of Parker Rutherford, hard to tell. But the puck perfectly placed over the right pad of the goaltender, just inside the far post. Kramer and Gallant the assists at 16:20, and it's 2-2 after 2 shots in the period favored PD 18-15, and for the game, 39 for the IceCats so far, 26 for the Thunderbirds. So both goaltenders certainly earning their paychecks here this evening. Right now, power plays IceCats 1 for 4. They went 1 for 3 in that period. As I mentioned, they scored on the 5-on-3 power play. And the Thunderbirds 0 for 2 with the man advantage here this evening. We're tied at 2 after 2. We'll take a break, come back with more here in just a moment. That out-of-town scoreboard coming your way next. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by McLeod Health and Fitness Center, the wellness leader. Austin and Associates. The right agent can lead the way. Hertz Car Rentals. Smart deals for any destination. Sports Clips Haircuts. The pros in men's and boys' hair.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a flame with our newest fleet yet.
You'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
No matter which forklift you walk into, you'll know it's special. And just for you. Our stylists don't guess your best cut. They are experts in men's and boys' hair. Our cutting zone has all the basics in specialized equipment. From our comfortable cutting chairs to an array of specialized cutting tools and clippers. We got you covered. Visit Sport Clips of Florence today, located at 1940 Hoffmeyer Road, Suite B. We are the pros in men's hair.
The PD IceCats are lighting up the scoreboard, and Powers Properties is proud to be the official housing provider. Looking for an apartment? Powers Properties has you covered with modern apartments, convenient locations, and a team that puts you first. Just like the IceCats, we know what it takes to win, on and off the ice. Score big with Powers Properties. Relax, you are home.
Welcome to the PD region, where Southern charm meets unforgettable adventure. Paddle scenic waterways, explore quiet trails, and experience nature at its finest. Savor local flavors, discover vibrant downtowns, and shop unique boutiques. From live music to hometown festivals, there's always something happening. The PD region, authentic, welcoming, and waiting for you. Plan your visit at pdtourism.com. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Yokohama Tire second period intermission report. And it's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. So again, playoff implications abound. If PD wins in regulation tonight, they clinch a playoff spot and lock out the Twin City Thunderbirds, but we're 2-2 after 2. So taking a look at what's going on around the rest of the league, Binghamton now has a 5-1 lead up on Port Huron. So Binghamton has already clinched first place in the Empire and will play whoever turns out to be the fourth seed on that side. Athens up 5-3 on Indiana, trying to take care of business, and that one about halfway through the third period. As the Rock Lobsters trying to inch a little closer. They have a 4-point lead over the Monroe Moccasins for that first place effort in the Continental. If they end up in first place, they'd play the 4 seed, which, if the season ended today, would be PD. So that would be your 1-4 playoff matchup. And so Athens, again, 4-point lead. They're leading right now 5-3 over Indiana, trying to stay in front of the Monroe Moccasins. And speaking of the Monroe Moccasins, they now lead the Columbus River Dragons with about 6 minutes to go in the second period. It's 3-2. Monroe has pulled ahead at the Monroe Civic Center. Watertown with a 4-3 lead, and that one about to go into the third period as they lead the Danbury Hat Tricks. Blue Ridge now up 5-1 on Biloxi. That one after 2. Topeka 4-0 on Baton Rouge, and that one is almost to the second intermission. So the playoff implications there, it could be Monroe, Columbus in the first round if Athens holds on to first place. And it would then be Athens PD if PD is able to lock out a playoff spot here either this weekend or next. In the NHL, 2 games tonight, 1 final, 1 hasn't started yet. Coming up at the top of the hour, you will have the Anaheim Ducks hosting the St. Louis Blues. And the final from earlier tonight, Flyers 4-1 over the Islanders. Sandheim, Michkov, Bump, and Tippett with goals for Philadelphia. And it was J.G. Pajot for the Islanders in that one. Blues and Ducks, as I mentioned, at 10 o'clock, puck drop coming up here. The only other game in the NHL tonight. Men's basketball Final Four action is tomorrow night. 6:09 tip-off for Illinois and UConn. And then 8:49, number 1 Michigan, number 1 Arizona. Something's got to give. Pulling for the Wildcats in that one. And both those are coming at Lucas Oil Stadium, and we'll find out who's going to play for the national championship in men's college hoops. Major League scoreboard, the Mariners and Angels are delayed in the top of the first inning. They have yet to get underway. 9:40 first pitch coming up, Braves at the Diamondbacks. That one's an Apple TV exclusive. Astros and Athletics also throwing out the first pitch in a minute. The latest game tonight, Mets are at the Giants. Everything else a final from earlier. White Sox over the Blue Jays in 10-5-4. Dodgers 13-6 over the Nationals. Tigers 4-0 over the Cardinals. Yankees 8-2 over the Marlins. Red Sox 5-2 over the Padres. 5-3 Reds over the Rangers. Guardians 4-1 winners over the Cubs. Phillies beat the Rockies 10-1. Pirates 5-4 winners over the Orioles, and the Twins 10-4 over the Rays. Brewers and the Royals were postponed due to rain. That game they will attempt to make up tomorrow. So that is a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And before we wrap up our Yokohama Tire second period intermission report, let's go ahead and talk about those standings and the playoff pictures. So if Athens and Monroe both win tonight, the gap stays 4 points and now reduced to 3 games to play. And, of course, that's assuming those are regulation wins for both teams. If Athens wins in regulation and Columbus should happen to push Monroe past regulation, the gap will grow. So that unto itself might begin to give you more of a crystallized picture of how the playoffs could break down. Columbus is not going anywhere but third. They're going to be the road team in the 2-3 matchup. Monroe still does have faint hope of catching Athens. But Athens has to stumble. And playing Indiana this weekend, they can try to take care of business here, especially playing at home. Maybe they're able to increase that lead just enough to make it impossible for Monroe to catch them. But the Moccasins, in the meantime, are going to do everything they can to try to find a way to catch up to Athens. And then PD, again, with a regulation win here tonight, would lock up that 4th and final playoff berth in the Continental. And Twin City just fighting for their playoff lives. They pretty much do need to sweep this weekend series, and preferably in regulation. It is not mandatory, but every point they give to the PD IceCats makes it that much more difficult to find a way to catch up and then pass the PD IceCats. So it could easily happen where if PD gets at least a single point here tonight, at that point they basically just need a win after that coming down the stretch. But we'll get into all that if and when it happens. Right now we're tied at 2 after 2. There's an awful lot at stake in this third period. I think this might be one of the best periods of hockey we've seen all season, so make sure you stay tuned when we come back. That's it for the Yokohama Tire second period intermission report. Third period action coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
Hey, grab me one too.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those 3 things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
From home entertainment to the technology that keeps your world connected and secure. At PHT Audio Video and Security, we don't stop at residential solutions. Our team designs and installs professional commercial systems built for performance and reliability. Secure what matters with advanced security systems and stay protected day or night with powerful camera systems engineered for clarity. No matter the need, expertly installed and perfectly integrated.
Do you love disc golf? Smiling Skull Disc Golf is a pro shop for disc golfers of all skill levels and budgets. We carry hundreds of discs from many different manufacturers, including plastic glow discs for those winter evening rounds. Whether you have been birdie hunting for years or you're seeking your first putter, our knowledgeable staff can help find the perfect disc for you. We also carry carts, bags, retrievers, grip enhancers, and more. Smiling Skull Disc Golf, where customers are valued and we seek to find you eternal happiness.
Hey, this is Kendria Robinson, family nurse practitioner at Practical Purpose Solutions. If you are dealing with brain fog, fatigue, lack of energy, not feeling productive at work due to that, or you're having any type of gut health problems, or you're even having a severe cold, book your IV hydration therapy service with Practical Purpose Solutions at practicalpurposesolutions.com, or you can call 843-799-2210. We look forward to serving you. You have the problem and we have the solution.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a
And we are getting ready to roll third period action. Possibly 20 minutes away from the IceCats wrapping up a playoff berth. Possibly 20 minutes away from a clinching scenario tomorrow night in Florence. Possibly 20 minutes away from neither of those being true. Face off at center. IceCats will roll left to right on your radio dial to start period number 3. It's dumped in behind Rutherford. We are 5-on-5 to open things up. Frolov, Legkov, Zajic, Delasavita, and Razilov. It is the Thunderbirds trying to go to work in the offensive zone to start the period here. Here's Delasavita trying to move it ahead, and it's caught at the line by Butita, put right back in. Razilov around the rim, off Frolov. He does get it to center. Legkov can't close in time. Butita will throw it deep. Rutherford stays put while the puck rolls its way around the rim. Legkov tipping it on into space. Here comes Zajic ahead, trying to poke it up there. And it's Hanley carrying behind the net. He'll swing it around to the near side. To the line, Frolov. Did he keep it in? No, doesn't matter anyway. Pushed out to center. Legkov on it. Legkov's going to wheel it back while his mates change. He'll feed it back to the D and then head to the bench. Here comes Patrick Marcinkevics. Cutting to the left side, getting to center. Marcinkevics around one. Feeds it across. Here's Welsh with room. Wrist shot, fought off. Rebound. Oh, it hopped over the stick of Wilson. Boy, you had a bouncing puck there right in front of the goal mouth. White on the left side. In over the line. Getting it across. A backhand just wide on the stick side there by Gallant. Played to the line, not out. Cut off by White. Over. Gallant had his stick tipped as he tried to shoot. Kramer in with a shot and a right pad save. Rutherford. He had to stretch back out across the grain. He was moving to his left, threw the leg out to his right, and got it. Now it's deflected away off Welsh and a race through center, but Welsh stumbles. And that is going to allow Twin City to get to that puck first. Back the other way. It's poked at just inside the PD line. Robinson stops, waits it out here. Both teams will change it up. Coming up on 2 minutes into this third period. Third period action presented by Pepsi. We are tied at 2. Cross ice, here's Marcinkevics into the slot. Fed it behind Bedard, and now 2-home on the other way. White with Schnapp. White, left side, moving and shoots. He scores. I don't think White ever gave a thought to putting that puck across. He was looking shoot the whole way. And he finds daylight over the shoulder of Rutherford early in the third. His 27th goal of the year puts Twin City in front 3-2. .210 time of the goal. And the pendulum swings back yet again. Twin City leads for the second time in this game. Offside at the Thunderbirds line as Lightcall was in a little ahead there. Face-off, one back, Della Savita over the left side. Here's Razilov. Razilov into the left wing corner. Craig behind the net. Throws it to the far side. Pastuca on it. Pastuca up the far side. Left point, Razilov, and that one didn't stay in. Chased back out to center by Legkov. Now Della Savita on it. Della Savita turning. And he'll send it back ahead to Legkov on the left wing. Cutting it over the line. Legkov leaving. Frolov, his shot. Glove save Babic as he juggles and holds. 2:46 into this third period. IceCats are keeping the rotation short right now. They go to Gullo, Cox, and Robinson. Hamilton and McGill Diaz on the point. Face off to the right of Babic. Face off on the far side, push towards the left point, but it'll be taken out by Butina. Moving ahead for the Thunderbirds on the left side. Poked off his stick into the corner. Around behind the net it goes. Keeley tied up by Hamilton, leaning on him there. Salak watching the pile. Gullo in the battle as well. McGill Diaz comes over to help out. They're still going at it. Now it squirts free near side to Robinson. He tried to clear right off the stick of Salak. It stays in the corner. McGill Diaz knocked down, got it around Robinson again. Butita kept it in this time, fired across by Gullo. Towards the line, not out. Salak on the left side. McGill Diaz poking it past him to the point, not out. Johansson skies one. Goes around to the far side. Jay Cox up to center. Trying to move it ahead off the heel of Gullo's stick. Robinson running into Salak. Finally knocked the puck away. Here's Hamilton. They'll just wedge it the other way. That could go for icing, actually. And it does. 3:46 into the third period. Face-off will be back to the left of Rutherford. Bedard being shooed back off the ice. Gullo in for the face-off here. And he is able to win it back. Hamilton off the glass again. This one a bouncer down the ice will not go for icing. And finally, the IceCats getting a chance at a little bit of a change here, and they wave off icing going back the other way. Bedard coughs it up. White into the slot at one time, and that's healed wide by Gallant. Oh boy, horrible giveaway, but happened to work out. White on the far side, keeps it in. Centering attempt, poked away out through center, and now here comes Wilson. Wilson to the right side, in over the line, waits. Scoots it into the right wing corner. Welsh tied up behind the net. Marcinkiewicz has it swung past him. And on the left side, nice job by Wilson to keep it down low. Marcinkiewicz looking cross ice, tried to thread it through to Bedard, cutting from the point, couldn't get it to him. Wilson into the corner, Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz looking up top, behind the net. There's a chance, and the stick snaps in half. Left pad save on the chance by Bedard. Another shot, that goes wide. Oh my goodness, Welsh had a prime scoring chance, and the stick betrayed him. Now back enters Frolov, cutting to his left. In with a shot, he's pulled down. Penalty coming up against the Thunderbirds. A hooking call. 4:49 into this third period, and it's another Chick-fil-A power play. Farmer going into the box as he pulled down Frolov on his way into the net. It'll be the fifth power play of the night. 1 for 4 for the PD IceCats with a man advantage. And it comes at a time where with them trailing 3-2, but plenty of time left in this third period, this is a huge man advantage. Legkov, Frolov, side check. Razilov, Marcinkiewicz. That's your power play unit. Legkov, left point. Razilov to the right side. Marcinkiewicz, top of the circle, slides it down low. Zajac Right corner. Marcinkiewicz, top of the near circle. Middle of the blue line. Razalov back to Marcinkiewicz. And he will rotate around with Legkov. Marcinkiewicz to his left. Over to Legkov on the near side. Up top, Marcinkiewicz will switch again with Legkov. Onto the near side half wall. Frolov up top. Marcinkiewicz. And they'll work it around. Razalov across. Legkov cutting in. His shot was forced wide. Babik made a save he didn't need to make, and the puck goes behind the net. Now Babik caught a stick in the mask. Flops like a fish at the side of the net, but I think Zaitchik's going to go for a high sticking call. Well, that's unfortunate for Dennis Zaitchik. I know he was just trying to move his stick around in the middle of the battle there, but that kills the power play. So 5:26, time of the penalty. And when we come back, 4-on-4 hockey, 3-2 Thunderbirds in the lead. Third period action presented by Pepsi. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Gorget is a local craft distillery based in Lugoff, South Carolina, producing rum, vodka, whiskey, and bourbon in small batches. Founded in 2015 by 3 local gentlemen, Gorget has a fine line of handmade, local spirits. No matter what you desire, we have something for you. Isn't it about time you revolutionize your spirit? Visit us online at gorgetdistilling.com.
For 25 years, Stefano's Italian of Florence has brought the heart of Italy to your table. Experience the tradition with hand-tossed pizzas crafted with love and care. Our secret is our robust Italian seasonings and the finest imported cheese and our choice imported meats. At Stefano's, we share a taste of the old country with each bite. Stefano's, a taste of Italy.
Face-off coming up to the left of Parker Rutherford. Third period action presented by Pepsi. 3-2, Thunderbirds in the lead. 5:26 gone here in this final frame. 4-on-4 action. Zaitchik into the box for high sticking. And then on the other end of it will be a Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill. It'll be the third Thunderbirds power play of the evening when we get to it. But for now, Hamilton will try to lug that puck out of his own end. He'll turn it back. Miguel Diaz behind the net. Frolov and Legkov up front. And believe you me, PD is going to push 4-on-4 here. Hamilton pestered by the forecheck there by Mott, who had a stick up high on Hamilton. He moves it up the right side. Legkov will tip it on in. Tries to bolt through Johansson. In over the line, puck in the slot of the Thunderbirds end. Ends up in the left side corner. Legkov behind the net. Spins away from the check of Salak. Now he falls down over there. Frolov gets right in after Salak, puts a body on him, knocks him down. Puck stays in the corner. Fed around to the near side, but nobody over there except for Johansson. He's curled back, though, by Frolov. Legkov chasing him now. Frolov goes back, and it's bounced ahead to center. Here comes Salak. Up 2-on-2. Salak in over the line to the right side, waiting for a little bit of help. Can't get past Miguel Diaz, though. Legkov is going to loop around. He's pulled down by Salak, and there goes the Thunderbirds shot at a power play. Rutherford heads off the ice. Bedard will bring it ahead. Extra man is out there. Bedard trying to drive down the wall. Into the corner it goes, and, well, Thunderbirds never touched that puck, but the whistle goes anyway. Tripping will be the call on Salak. .6:35, time of the call. So the Thunderbirds never will get that power play. Instead, it'll be the 6th PD IceCats power play of the evening. They are 1 for 5 on the Chick-fil-A power play. Although 2 for 6 has a nice ring for it. This is 4-on-3, plenty of ice. Marcinkiewicz, Frolov, Legkov, and I believe that's Miguel Diaz out there on the point. It is. Marcinkiewicz is getting tossed out of the faceoff. Frolov will step in for it. Frolov able to win it back. Nope. We're going to do it again. We just can't ever seem to get a puck drop. All season long, face-offs have been a challenge. Frolov wins it back again. Miguel Diaz getting it across. Legkov challenged by White. Feeds it behind the net. Frolov around to the right side of Marcinkiewicz. Clear to the line. Miguel Diaz able to hold it in. Out of the box is Farmer. It's 4-on-4. Legkov cutting up top with it. And there's his shot. Tipped on the way in. Deflected wide. Marcinkiewicz on the right side corner. Marcinkiewicz behind the net. Out the far side with it. Marcinkiewicz wheeling it around in the offensive zone to his right side. He's got room. A wrist shot, and that one went off the leg of White and wide. Clearing attempt doesn't go. Now Schnapp looking ahead. White is breaking at center. He's going to be in alone. Left side, cutting it on goal. White to the forehand. Rutherford with a left pad save. Made the stop, but Miguel Diaz picks up a slashing call. And he does not like that call whatsoever. I actually didn't think Miguel Diaz was in range to catch up to him. Well, now the penalties are coming hot and heavy here in this third period. So it's going to be 6 seconds of a 4-on-3 power play for the Thunderbirds. Then it will be 1 minute 9 seconds of 4-on-4, and then it will be 51 seconds of another Thunderbirds power play. So this will be chances 3 and 4 for the Thunderbirds. So the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill's got its work cut out for it. Now they win the draw and clear it around. To the line, not out. Kramer keeping it in, but Zajac out of the box. And here's White looking to move it across. It is now 4-on-4. Thunderbirds trying to work the perimeter here, but they cough it up. Bedard sending it down the ice. There will not be icing here. Thunderbirds trying to rev it up. 47 seconds on this 4-on-4 as the puck in the slot area, and the PD end ends up in the corner. Razalov will backhand it around. Gullo looping back for it. Tried to move it up the wall on the backhand, not out of the zone, came back to him. He'll get it across. Razalov will pull it behind the net, out the right side to Bedard. Bedard trying to lift it into space, couldn't get it out. White keeping it in, cutting to his right, leaves it onto the left wing side. Gallant. Cross ice feed went off the shin of Zajac, far side. White on it. Feeds it down low. Bedard turning it behind the net to Gullo. Gullo pressured into space, moves it behind the net. Razalov. 7 seconds to go, and then it goes back to a Thunderbirds power play. Bedard trying to move it ahead. He's got Marcinkiewicz, taps it ahead to him. Cutting to his left, Marcinkiewicz. Wrist shot, and Babbitt save, and he had to pin it against the ice. It hit the glove, fell down by his left pad. And he freezes it for the faceoff. And now the Thunderbirds on the power play for 41 seconds remaining in the slashing call against Miguel Diaz. 8:40 into this Pepsi third period. Faceoff coming up to the right. Babbitt. Marcinkiewicz. Can't win it back. He's out there with Welsh, Della Savita, and Hamilton as the D pairs jumbled around a little bit right now with Miguel Diaz in the box. On the left side, they try to push it ahead, but it goes back to center. Salak pressured there, feeds it on back to Pastuca, and he lost it. Marcinkiewicz tried to get it in front. Welsh, right side, Marcinkiewicz. They'll cycle, fed to the point. Hamilton off his stick and now race the other way. Hamilton tying up Butina. Butina getting it into the slot for Salak. A shot, and that is tipped into the far side corner. Boy, that was a little helter-skelter there. Della Savita working in the far side corner. Puck up to the half wall. Penalty is ticking down to a close. Out of the box, Miguel Diaz, and the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill does its job. Salak on the right side. 5-on-5 once again. 3-2 Thunderbirds in the lead. Not quite to the halfway point of the third. Johansson, left side. Mott through traffic. That hit Hamilton and is golfed the rest of the way down by Miguel Diaz. They wave off icing. And so PD will get a change. Johansson trying to move up through center. Tossed it in past Pizzamenti, a bouncer. Past Rutherford, in behind the net. Wrapped around to the near side. Here comes Robinson. Robinson through center into the right wing corner. Takes a look, has help in front. Robinson puts a shoulder on his man in the right wing. They tie up in the corner. Cox into the pile as well, trying to work it free over there. It's fed around to the right point. Bedard quickly over to the left side. Abdullah lets it go through traffic. Save. Rebound sitting in front of the net. Taken away. Cleared off the glass. And it does bounce out to center. And back the other way. Pizzamenti feeding it across. Cox. Wrist shot blocked. Right back the other way come the Thunderbirds. Up the right wing side. Hanley feeds it in on goal. Save made by Rutherford on a redirect there by Crowther. And now Robinson to the far side trying to play it up the wall. Still not out of danger. Keeley keeping it in. A bouncer into the high slot area. Turnaround. Gallant right pad. Save by Rutherford. And a penalty coming up as Keeley is knocked down in front of the net. A tripping call. And again, the IceCats will be shorthanded when we come back. Halfway home here in the third, 3-2 Thunderbirds. This is IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
McLeod Health is committed to helping you obtain a healthy lifestyle and improve your overall health. Medically trained in the areas of fitness and nutrition, we can help you reduce your risk for certain diseases and live a long, healthy life through fitness and wellness programs, community health education, and 2 medically based wellness centers. McLeod Health is with you on your journey to better health. Discover a new you at McLeod Health and Fitness Centers.
Get ready to savor the flavors of our long-standing family recipes, bursting with authenticity and love. Indulge in the vibrant colors and aromas that create a fiesta for your senses with every bite. Your journey through our menu is a delicious adventure guided by tradition and the freshest ingredients Mother Earth has to offer. Come join us at 842 Woody Jones Boulevard in Florence. Order online at margaritasmexicanrestaurants.com. Margaritas. Experience the love in every bite.
Back here on PD IceCats Hockey, let's take a break 10 seconds along the network for station identification. So back to the power play for the Twin City Thunderbirds. 3-2 your score. Thunderbirds in the lead. This is power play chance number 5. Robinson in the box for tripping at 10:50. Face off, pushed back into the far corner. Razalov battling over there. Della Savita in the pile. Kramer and around to the right point. Here's Craig. They'll put it back down the wall, but it's picked off Razalov up to Zajac, and he'll send it down. Boy, the Bluefish IT Solutions penalty kill's been busy here tonight, but they have been good. White on the right side, moving it ahead. Gallant feeding the left side to Kramer. Kramer in front, a shot. Oh, what a save on the doorstep by Rutherford as he smothers it. Keeley can only look at the ceiling. Great stop by Rutherford on the pass in front. 8:39 to go in the third. 1:30 left to go in the power play for the Thunderbirds. Face-off controlled by Twin City. And they'll go to work setting it up. Here's White. Left side half wall, Gallant. Down low. Below, it sends it right to the side of the net. They jam away, and it's kept out by Rutherford. Keeley again on the doorstep. This time it's Marcin Kevics to move it ahead, and here comes Frolov. Frolov trying to chip it ahead to himself into space, but turned away by Craig, and now back the other way. White brings it in over the line, cuts to his right. At the point, gets it back across to Keeley. Near dot, backdoor feed, a shot, and that one is handled by Rutherford. As another fine save by the IceCats goaltender. This time on Gallant. Face-off will be to the left of the IceCats cage. Penalty killing will switch up here to Zajac. along with Welsh, Miguel Diaz, and De La Civita on the far side. Here's Butita and across from Zajic for the faceoff. Zajic wins it back cleanly. De La Civita around to the near side. Welsh fires a backhand out to center. Pastuca settles a roller. Back on the right side, in over the line. And they try to knock it out. Cannot. Kept in. Salaka shot. He scores. That one may have been deflected off a stick. It looked like Salak was trying to shoot high, and I'm not sure if it was Zajic or who that might have been. But instead of the puck going up high where Rutherford thought it was headed, it was deflected down between his legs. And Salak will get credit for a power play goal. .12:10. Time of the power play marker for Salak, his 19th goal of the year. And it makes it a 4-2 Thunderbirds lead. Puck dumped into the near side corner. As a 2-goal deficit now staring the IceCats in the face. Moved ahead for Pizzamenti. Pizzamenti trying to move in over the line to the right side. Here's Elijah Wilson to the right point. Bedard on to the left side. Abdella back up top to Bedard. Bedard through traffic. Deflected. Ends up in the near corner. Keeley pinned up there. Cox. Wilson around to the right point again to Bedard. Bedard looking for an angle. Feeds it back. Wilson into the corner. Cox will cycle it around to the left side. Down for the point. Abdella. Off his shins. It stays in. Pizzamenti. Behind the net, near corner. Johansson lifts it around the wall. Bedard pinching, holds it in. Ricochets up top towards Cox. He's hooked up. A backhand to the front of the net. Left pad save Babic. That puck got all the way through. Ahead to Salak. Salak moving it ahead to Butita. Butita through center. Tied up there. And it's turned over. Gullo had it knocked off his stick, though. Bedard moving it across. 6:40 to go in the third. 4-2 your score. Thunderbirds in the lead. Back up comes Gullo. Gullo through center, onto the right side to Welsh. Welsh in over the line to Gullo. Backhand looking for a pass in the slot. Picked off and cleared by the Thunderbirds. Back the other way, here comes Welsh. Welsh has Marcinkiewicz with him. Feeds him. Right side, Marcinkiewicz tried to cut in front, lost it. Thunderbirds will just flip it high in the air, get it out. At this point, with a 2-goal lead, Twin Cities just going to try to make PD go 200 feet each and every time. Marcinkiewicz up the left side. He'll skate it ahead through center. Marcinkiewicz in on the wing. Cutting, back, lost it. Again, the Thunderbirds push it out to center. Razilov trying to move it ahead. Frolov cutting on the left wing side, moving it in. Bouncing puck there. And it's turned back the other way by White. And he flipped it into his own bench. That'll get us a whistle with 5:47 to go here in period number 3. 4-2 Thunderbirds in the lead. Zajic joins Frolov and Legkov out there with Hamilton and McGill Diaz. Puck is won back and controlled by Twin City. Near side Schnappel deflected on McGill Diaz, getting it back to Hamilton. Hamilton looking up the left side. Frolov cut off at the line. Play was offside for a moment, but it's cleared back to center anyway. McGill Diaz, left side. Hamilton. Hamilton looking cross ice. He'll fling it up in the air. It's gloved down by Hanley at the line. He gets it ahead to Schnapp, who'll send it back down. No icing here as McGill Diaz, Hamilton over there after it. Left side around. Frolov lets it go to the line. That came out of the zone. That would have been offside. Clear the other way. Zajic's got to beat out an icing now, and he cannot. Oh, that was an unfortunate moment right there. PD really could have taken a second to take a look, especially with the play being offside, and instead they ice it. That's a critical mistake with 5:08 to go here in the third. 4-2, Thunderbirds in the lead. So again, if the Thunderbirds win, they stay alive in the playoff hunt. If the IceCats somehow rally to win in regulation, they clinch a playoff berth. If we go past regulation, well, we'll just figure it out by what happens in that scenario. Miguel Diaz on the left side, corner side, chick around after it. He'll try to play it ahead. Frolov tips it on to the near side. Legkov up after it. Legkov will turn it back to Hamilton. Hamilton across to Miguel Diaz. His pass missed everybody again. That's another icing call. And that's going to get us to a break here. 4:50 left to go here in this third period. Action presented by Pepsi. Thunderbirds in the lead. But the IceCats, they know what's at stake. They're going to give it their all here down the stretch. Come on back and join us. More IceCats hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Known for his integrity, attention to detail, and client-first approach, Sean Austin builds lasting relationships based on trust and results. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or looking to sell your current home, Sean combines local expertise with strong negotiation skills to deliver a seamless experience from start to finish. Austin and Associates at RE/MAX Professionals. Your next address is just a slap shot away. Go IceCats!
Driving a new car from Hertz might drive your real car crazy.
Nice car.
Looks new.
Thanks, Tom Brady.
Have a fling with our newest fleet yet.
I'll miss your new car smell.
Rent now at Hertz.com.
Back here on IceCats hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Under 5 to go in this Pepsi third period. 4-2 Thunderbirds. 5-on-5 right now. Face off in the PD end. The question is, does Gary Graham think about pulling the goaltender with 2, maybe 3 minutes left? We've seen him pull the goalie as early as 6 minutes left in certain games this year. This might be a little different case, but we'll see. And keep an eye on what happens. Is charging in after a loose puck is Frolov. Legkov tried to center. It was deflected in behind the net. But for the time being, it is 5-on-5. Puck to center. Here's Salak moving it up the right side. He'll carry it over the line. Throws it into the left wing quarter. Butita after it. He'll play it around to the far side. Pizzamenti flips it back down. A bouncer that will roll in on goal. No icing. Thunderbirds trying to move it out of there. Pizzamenti up on the left side. Steals it back. Cox into the pile trying to help him out. Elijah Wilson in there now. Try to push it down the wall. Wilson behind the net. Centering feed from Pizzamenti. Didn't quite get through to Cox. Wilson, near side. He is upset. Puck taken away. Moved to center by Keeley. He'll just delay and now bank it off the dasher and down. Thunderbirds head to the change with 3:51 to go in the third. 4-2 your score. Twin City in the lead. Right side. Pizzamenti takes a bump. Gets it ahead to Wilson. Wilson will throw it around the glass. On to the left side. Pastuca up past Cox. Off of Razilov and the puck down the ice. Della Savita has to hustle, but that should be icing. And it is. .334 to go here in the third. Faceoff will come back down to the left of Babick. And we will, there goes Parker Rutherford. So it'll be 6 here for the IceCats. Zajac, Legkov, Welsh, Legkov. So Legkov, Frolov, Zajac, Marcinkiewicz, Welsh, and Razilov. There's your 6. Face off to the right of Babick. And quick shot by Frolov finds the netting. Deflected out of play off of the shaft of Craig's stick. He checks that twig to make sure it's not broken. And we're going to do it again. Frolov. Station right where he was. Zajac wins it over a bouncer far side. Legkov to the point. Razilov sending it deep. PD needs 2. Out the near side. Fed to the right point. Marcinkiewicz up top. Razilov across, and it hops off the stick of Legkov. Centering attempt. Back across. Marcinkiewicz walks in with a wrist shot, and that one is tipped out of play as well. A lot of traffic in front. Marcinkiewicz took a step to his left to open up a better shooting lane, but still found the traffic too much to get it through there. 3:13 to go in the third. 4-2 your score. Up over 50 shots on the night now for the PD IceCats. Zychik with a face-off at the near dot. And that one is pulled back as Zychik fell trying to scoop it back, and it's cleared out to center. Legkov on it. He's going to loop all the way back to his own end, give it to Marcinkiewicz. Marcinkiewicz dumps it in on the right side. He'll go get it. Farmer around after it. Marcinkiewicz beat him to the puck. Farmer got the body position, though. Tried to slide it up the wall, but it's cut off by Frolov. Behind the net, Marcinkiewicz wanted Frolov. Came back to him. Zychik in the right half wall. Up top, Razilov over to the far side. Legkov down low side of the net. Jam play right across the goal mouth. Left pad save by Babic. That was shoved back in front by Welsh. Babic just happened to have the pad on the ice in the right spot. Now quickly up the right side. Here's Legkov, Ed Zychik. He'll sweep that one in, and it's kicked right back out off Farmer, who ran into Legkov. 2:24 to go here in the third. 4-2 your score. Thunderbirds in the lead. PD net is empty. Marcinkiewicz on a roller, chips it left side. Pistuka turning it the other way off the glass. Hamilton looking for it. It bounces down in front of him. White on him. And now turn back over. Butita after it. Hamilton will ramp it around to the left point. Craig able to hold it in. Only for a moment here, though. Marcinkiewicz back after it. He's got to bank it behind the cage. Hamilton on the left side. Out to center, off of Welsh. Welsh ahead. Moving Ed McGill-Diaz in with a rolling puck with a wrist shot. Oh, boy, dangerous tip. Just came into the near side corner. Babic was actually a little stood up by that. That was an awkward moment as the puck chipped out of play. 1:41 to go in the third. 4-2 your score, and I have to imagine now is where we see the timeout coming in. Gullo, Pizzamenti, Wilson, Robinson, McGill-Diaz, and Hamilton otherwise. Maybe not yet on the timeout. The net remains empty down to our left. 6 out there for PD. Puck into the corner. It's out up on the far side. They form the ruck and maul. Puck free to the left point. Hamilton pressured at the line. A shot off shin pads. Kicks back to center. Good job by Salak. And now it's tied up. Bouncing around. Ends up with Robinson. Left wing. He'll bring it back in. Leaving it up. Pizzamenti with a drive and a left pad save. Babic. Robinson tried a shot block. McGill-Diaz centers. Tipped away to the left side wall. Legkov on it. Legkov stopping on the boards. Gets it up top to Hamilton. Hamilton back over to Legkov. Legkov walks in. Wrist shot tumbling in front of the net. Backhand clear to the line. Knocked down by Hamilton. Not out. Across for Legkov. Hard on the pass. It ends up top. Robinson couldn't force it through. 1 minute to go. That puck is cleared out. Back the other way. Legkov in the line. Didn't see it coming in time. Schnapp turns it the other way. Hamilton on a roller. Able to move it ahead. Marcinkiewicz. He'll bring it in. Marcinkiewicz right side to Legkov. In over the line to the slot. Legkov up top. Razilov. Left side corner. Marcinkiewicz left point. Razilov. Razilov. Long shot. Tipped on the way in. Puck still free in the slot. Taken away. And a chance for the empty net here. Kramer. He'll go to the right side instead to White. White misses the empty net. 20 seconds to go. Near side Welsh, a roller ahead. Marcinkiewicz trying to push ahead. White steals it center. Again to the empty net. He bounced it wide. Razilov after it. 9 seconds to go. Far side McGill-Diaz. Up through center right side. Marcinkiewicz pushing in. High slot. Play is offside. They ran the clock all the way down, but they're going to put 7 or 8 seconds back on it. No, maybe they won't. Maybe they're just going to let it go. No, the game's not over. Game's not over. The offside whistle happened at the line, probably with 7 or 8 seconds left to go. I don't know how much time they'll put back, but you couldn't hear for all the noise in here, couldn't hear the whistle, but the offside indication for the linesman, I saw it over here. Now they're going to take a look at how much time to put back. Probably be, I don't know, maybe in the neighborhood of 5.9, I'm guessing. Could be as many as 7 or 8. Certainly not enough time to score twice. Yeah, 2.6. Well, that's definitely not it. Why bother to put that back on the clock? Just let them run the game out. Now they can leave. All right, so this one's the final. Thunderbirds 4-2 over the IceCats. So we go back to Florence tomorrow night. PD still controls its own fate, but a disappointing end to the contest here this evening, that's for sure. We're going to move it on into the postgame show. Stay tuned. On the other side of the break, the Gorgat Distilling postgame show. We'll look back at the scoring in this one, plus a final look back at the out-of-town scoreboard as well. All that and more coming your way. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
At the Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, we strive to help our clients in whatever situation they are facing. Whether you need help with criminal law, personal injury, or family law, our hard-working team will assist you throughout the process with compassion and integrity. Our goal is to always provide our clients with outstanding representation and advocacy throughout their case. The Law Office of W. James Hoffmeyer, serving South Carolina since 1992.
With over 74 years of combined experience, Hometown Floor Coverings is the PD's flooring experts with attention to detail and professionalism. Whether it's commercial or residential, our installers are very reputable and trustworthy. Contact us today for free estimates. Hometown Floor Coverings, the flooring installers you can trust. Bring new life to your home.
In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
In Hawaiian culture, food is more than just a meal. It's how we show love, connect with one another, and carry on tradition. At Aloha Kitchen, our mission is to share that with everyone who walks in our doors. Our dishes serve the bold flavors of Hawaiian food and the true spirit of aloha. Where Southern hospitality meets Hawaiian aloha, that's Aloha Kitchen.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network.
Back here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you in the post-game show, brought to you by Gorgat Distilling. As we take a look back at the scoring in this one, and we'll take you all the way back to the first period. At 8:01, Gallant with his 21st of the year from White and Kramer to open the scoring. That was the only goal of the first period, and it was 1-0 Thunderbirds after 20 minutes of play. The IceCats would come back with 2 of their own in just over a 3-minute stretch of the second period. A 4-on-4 goal for Patrick Smartsenkevics, his 39th of the year. Right now, the only assist credited to Dennis Zajac on that goal. And that 4-on-4 marker, the 39th for Marcinkiewicz, moves him 1 off the league lead for goals. And 39, I tell you what, it's a great season for him. He would then pick up an assist at 9:18 along with Razilov on Zajac's power play goal, his 12th of the season. That made it 2-1. IceCats in the lead. But Yuri Pastuka would even things up at 16:20 with a wrist shot from the right point. Kramer and Gallant the assists, and it's 2-2 after 2. In the third, the Thunderbirds took the lead early. 2:10 the goal for White, his 27th from Mott. And that would stand up to be your game winner. Later on, a power play goal. Jan Salak, his 19th from Pastuka and Butita at 12:10. And your final margin of victory, 4-2 for the Twin City Thunderbirds. Tonight, shots on goal by period for Twin City, 11 in the first, 15 in the second, 11 in the third for 37. For the IceCats, 21, 18, 15, 54 shots on goal in the 4-2 loss here this evening. Power plays finish 1 for 6 for the IceCats, 1 for 5 for the Thunderbirds. We'll take a break here in the Gorgat Distilling postgame show. When we come back, we will take a look back at the out-of-town scoreboard. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way in just a moment. This is IceCats Hockey.
You're watching the IceCats Broadcast Network. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides professional deep cleaning services and comprehensive care for a cleaner, healthier home. Butler's Men's Shop, your one-stop shop for men. Everything from tuxedos and suits to sportswear. We have it all. Integrative Health Solutions, your partners in health.
Life happens on your floors, but when dirt, spills, and messes take over, it's time to call the experts. Stanley Steamer of Florence provides a deep cleaning technology that removes dirt and allergens, leaving your floors fresh and spotless. Breathe easier and enjoy a cleaner, healthier home with Stanley Steamer. Call or visit us online today. Stanley Steamer, your home deserves it. In today's world, first impressions matter. Step into a realm of sophistication at Butler's Fine Men's Clothing. From timeless tuxedos and elegant suits to refined sportswear, Butler's offers a collection that defines class and confidence. Embrace the tradition, experience the luxury, and stand out with style. Butler's Fine Men's Clothing, where every stitch speaks volumes.
Here on IceCats Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. 4-2 Thunderbirds beat the IceCats tonight. So back tomorrow night for Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Southco. And you know what, looking forward to a fantastic night of giveaways, of fun, and at the end of this out-of-town scoreboard, I'm going to take you through the standings here very quickly and just talk about what now the clinching scenarios happen to be with 3 games left in the regular season. So 5-1 Binghamton late in the third, leading Port Huron. That one looks like it's going to be a Binghamton win here this evening. Athens does beat Indiana 5-3. That is a final. Danbury 7-5 over Watertown tonight. Columbus and Monroe are now knotted up at 4 at the Monroe Civic Center. That game about halfway into the third period. Blue Ridge 7-2 over Biloxi. And that one heading into the third period. Likewise, Topeka with a 6-0 lead late in the third over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So, taking a look at the standings here, what does that mean? Well, Twin City now goes to 72 points, 75 points for the PD IceCats. And so, again, the Twin City Thunderbirds now at 72, they can get to 81 points. And what matters is that the PD IceCats either win it in regulation again tomorrow and try to lock them out, or they have to get to, let's see, 82 points to guarantee it, to not have to go to any head-to-head, because there is a scenario in which, because the first tiebreak is regulation wins, Twin City now has 21. PD has 23. There is a scenario in which PD would not win that tiebreak, or if they tie, it goes to the next couple of tiebreaks, including the head-to-head season series, which belongs to the Thunderbirds. So it is in the interest of the PD IceCats to either collect enough points to make it a non-issue, or to try to make sure that they lock the Thunderbirds out here. And they've got to do it by winning games in regulation, and that's really what it comes down to for the IceCats. PD, meanwhile, can get to 84 points. So there is the possibility that just by taking care of business, they do get there ahead of Twin City. But I'll tell you what, the Thunderbirds put on a good game here tonight. And even though the IceCats, I thought, did a great job, I thought the PD IceCats really had a pretty good 60 minutes. It just wasn't good enough, unfortunately. And, you'd like to see maybe them capitalize on a few more chances. But at the end of the day, Twin City does what it needs to do to keep themselves alive in this playoff chase. NHL Flyers won 4-1 earlier tonight. First period action underway. Blues with a 2-1 lead up on the Ducks in that one. Men's college hoops is tomorrow night. Michigan and Arizona, Illinois and UConn in Final Four matchups. And Major League Baseball, the Mariners and Angels did get it underway. They've reached the top of the third with no score. Braves and Diamondbacks, bottom of the fourth, also scoreless. Astros and Athletics tied at 1, bottom of the third. Mets with a 2-0 lead over the Giants in the bottom of the first inning. Everything else is final. White Sox 5-4 over the Jays in 10. 13-6 Dodgers over the Nationals. Tigers beat the Cardinals 4-0. 8-2 Yankees over the Marlins. 5-2 Red Sox over the Padres. Reds 5, Rangers 3. Guardians 4-1 over the Cubs. Phillies 10-1 over the Rockies. 5-4 Pirates beat the Orioles. Twins 10-4 over the Rays. And the Brewers and Royals were postponed tonight. So that's it for our out-of-town scoreboard. That's it for our broadcast here this evening and that Gorgat Distilling postgame show. We will talk to you tomorrow night from back in Florence at Florence Center. Don't forget, it's Fan Appreciation Night, our Star Wars night. What a great night. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. Hey, dress in character if you want. Come on out and join us. It's going to be a thrilling evening and our final regular season home game. We look forward to it and hope you can all join us for that one. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster.com. Use promo code HITMAN, and when you purchase a ticket, it will help support ALS of South Carolina, who, by the way, our charity tomorrow night, all proceeds going to ALS of South Carolina. We're very excited to have them along. And Southco, our presenting sponsor as well. All right, everybody. Well, that's it. Tom Callahan saying thank you. We appreciate you being here and being a part of things. For my executive producer, Aiden Mulholland. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Final score, Thunderbirds 4, IceCats 2. Good night.